You know it. Oh, Lord. You know it. For Sunday. You know it. Oh, Lord. You know it. For Sunday. You know it. Oh, Lord. You know it. For Sunday. You know it. Oh, Lord. You know it. For Sunday.
I went to a lecture this afternoon by Margaret Brock, the author of this book, Secrets for a Successful Marriage. Oh, I wish you'd been there. Why? I'm very happy in my marriage. Of course you are. And she explains why you shouldn't be. She points out all the problems and the failures and all those terrible pitfalls. Sounds like a real fun afternoon. Marvelous. Until you hear Mrs. Brock, you just don't realize how much trouble you're in. Glad I missed her. She tells us why so many marriages break up. She even warns us about the danger signs to look for. Now, one of them is, am I telling you, you're perfectly happy. That's right. McGee and I have a wonderful marriage. What are some of the danger signs? Oh, sweetie, I didn't mean to worry you. No, I'm not worried. I'm not worried. I'm just curious. What are some of the signs? Well, one of them is lack of romantic interest. Mm-hmm. Are you still a woman, or does your husband look upon you as a pal? I think I'm still a woman. At least McGee kisses me goodnight. We don't shake hands. Rod kisses me too. That doesn't mean anything. That's habit. I can always expect to be kissed 3 times. When he goes to work, when he comes home, and New Year's Eve. Danger sign? Bright red and wig-wagging. Yeah. Oh.
Hi.
How is the golf game?
Oh, terrible.
Oh, just awful. It was hot as blazes out there. We had to carry our own clubs.
I didn't think I'd make the last 3 holes.
I thought I was going to collapse on the first 9.
Oh, me too. Scorching sun, no water, no shade.
Just a brutal day.
Miserable.
Yeah. Do you make the reservations for next week?
Yeah, we feel at the same time.
I don't see why you even bother to play.
It's our only form of relaxation.
Oh, would you like to have me make you a pitcher of lemonade?
Oh, thanks, Molly, but we've got to get over to the bowling alley.
Bowling? You just got off the golf course.
Well, we want to qualify for the tournament, and the afternoon's the only time we can get a lane.
This is my only day off.
You don't go in, do you?
Yeah, we'll only be about an hour or so.
Okay?
Oh, go ahead. Have fun.
Well, thanks a lot, Molly. You're a real pal.
Yeah, and you're a great little sport, honey.
Better get
Oh, the best.
Well, pal? Yeah, sport. You know that's a danger sign? Once we were desirable women. Now we're great pals, real sports, good kids. Next they'll be giving us cigars instead of candy. That book has an answer to every marital problem. I wonder what our category would be. Listen to this. When you begin to notice a lack of interest from your husband, when he is more occupied with golf, fishing, and other outside activities. Molly, there we are. Yeah, there we are. What are we going to do about it? Wait a minute. Here it is. The woman should make every effort to recapture the spirit of courtship. In this way, the fading spark of romance may be rekindled into a bright flame of love which every successful marriage must maintain. Well, we've got to rekindle the flame. Does the book say what we're supposed to use for kindling? No, that's on the next page. I don't know about McGee, Hazel. 15 years of marriage makes a man pretty fireproof. Operation Romance. What's that? It's called intoxication. One whiff is guaranteed to send a man reeling with romance. So take it easy. We want them to reel, but not pass out. If it doesn't stir up a few sparks, nothing will. They're walking into a regular fire trap. Stay here. Oh, look, a door in here. The music.
What happened to the lights?
Molly? Hazel, is that you?
Yes, darling.
Is your house all right?
Doesn't smell like it.
For goodness sakes, McGee, will you come on in?
Why are you sitting in the dark?
Hey, Girls having a seance or something?
Just thought we'd have a pleasant dinner by the fire with candlelight.
We were all dressed up.
Champagne?
Yeah, I'm glad we left the bowling alley early. I think they were expecting 2 other guys.
I've already been here. I smell aftershave lotion.
That's perfume, and it's especially for your benefit.
Well, I don't get it. What's the occasion?
This occasion, we just thought we'd do something extra special for you.
Thanks, Molly.
Yeah, that's great. Well, let's eat, huh?
Darling, dinner isn't quite ready. Sit down here and relax.
McGee, the fight's on. We almost blew it. Honey, this state welterweight title.
Get the phone out. The channel.
Rekindle the flame of love, the book said. They didn't even get warm. Hazel, we should have known. You can't start a fire with 2 wet blankets. Biggie, do you still feel the way you did before we were married?
Of course I do, honey. I feel fine. Gosh, you can't play 18 holes of golf and bowl 6 games if you don't feel good.
No, I guess you can't.
However, I have noticed my feet get kind of tired lately. First, I got flat feet. I didn't used to have them, but boy, I sure got them now. Why are you so worried about how I feel?
Don't worry. I'm sorry I asked.
Who is it?
It's Roy.
For goodness sake, Roy, you scared Molly half to death.
McGee. Can we sleep on your couch tonight?
Who is it?
It's Roy, honey. I think he and Hazel had a little argument.
And it was a pip, too.
What happened, Roy?
She just started acting crazy. First, she wanted me to take her on a moonlight walk.
After the rough day you had?
That's what I said. But then she wanted me to carry her across the threshold. But the girl just snapped her twig. She started talking about the way I treat her. I don't stand up when she comes into the room. I don't pull out her chair for her. And when we come home at night, she has to get out of the car to open the garage door.
What's she complaining about? I treat Molly the same way, and she doesn't mind a bit, do you, honey?
Yes, I do. I feel exactly the same way that Hazel does. Just because we're your wives doesn't mean we're not women.
Of course you're women. When did I ever say you weren't?
It's not what you say, it's what you do. Before we were married, it was different. When I came into a room, you stood up. And when I left the room, you stood up. And you took me for moonlight walks, and we went dancing.
That's why I have flat feet now.
We're tired of being taken for granted. We want to be courted and won.
We've already done that.
Well, would it hurt you to do it again?
How many times do we have to win you before we can keep you?
Why do women always get these silly romantic ideas? You know, what you've got to realize is once you're married, the chase is over. Right, McGee?
Right. Nobody chases his own wife. That's like going to see the same movie twice in one night.
I've got news for you. The chase isn't over, it's just begun. Roy, you don't have to worry about sleeping on the couch. You may have my bed. And I'm going over to sleep with Hazel.
Molly, wait!
And I won't be back until I'm wooed and pursued.
Boy, what a night. I didn't sleep a wink. You kept me awake all night long. You always talk in your sleep? I said, do you always talk in your sleep?
What's that?
Would you mind putting down that paper and listening to me? That's the least you could do when I'm standing over a hot stove.
You sound just like Hazel. I might as well be back home.
I might as well be a fry cook in a hamburger joint for all the attention I get from you.
Well, hurry up with the breakfast. The pancakes should be ready by now.
They're ready. I'm having a little trouble with them. Stuck to the griddle.
Did you grease it first?
I didn't think I had to. I don't think it was greasy enough.
About time I'm starved.
There you are. Don't hesitate to ask for seconds.
I'm afraid to ask for first.
Well, take it. I thought you said you were starved.
Well, I'm not starved enough to eat that.
Not bad if you put enough butter and syrup on it.
Hey, McGee, Molly's coming over.
Do you think she's begging to come back so soon?
No, she just probably wants to see how we're doing.
Well, let's pretend that we're doing just fine.
Yeah. McGee, I never knew you were such a good cook.
Oh, this is something I learned from Molly.
Oh, these sandwiches are delicious. Just delicious.
There's plenty more where they came from, you know.
Oh, no. Eight is my limit. But, yeah. Well, hello, Molly.
Oh, hi, Molly. Can I fix you some breakfast?
No, thank you. No, I just came by to pick up some of my things. I thought you two would be out playing golf.
Well, it was such a nice day, we just thought we'd stay home and, enjoy it.
Oh, this husband of yours, Molly, is a wonderful cook. You want to taste these pancakes?
You really like them?
Well, you seem surprised.
I am. I didn't know that you could make pancakes with starch.
Starch?
Oh, I like a breakfast that sticks to your ribs.
Well, I'll come back later and get my things, all right?
Molly, I was thinking it might be a good idea if we all got together for dinner this evening.
Oh, by George, what a great idea, McGee. Yeah, it wouldn't have to be anything fancy.
No, anything that you and Hazel would like to fix.
Yeah, we're not choosy at all.
Well, I don't know about dinner.
Okay, how about breakfast?
Would you really like to see us?
Sure do.
Why don't you call later and see if we're free? Bye.
Now they want us to call and make a date.
Well, we can hold out as long as they can.
You bet. It's pretty tough not having a man around the house.
You're darn right it is.
And they know it, too.
You bet they do. Except, there's one thing that bothers me.
What's that?
When I look at you, I can't help thinking, what's so good about having a man around the house?
Have some starch.
Hi, Hazel. This is McGee. Is Molly there? Hi, honey. Look, I'm calling about the dinner. Yeah, anything? Molly?
McGee, you gotta show a little class. Be smooth, debonair, suave. Romance, that's what they want. Now call her back.
That is a nice beat, though. All right.
Hello.
Hello, Mrs. McGee. You may remember me. I'm Mr. McGee, your husband.
Oh, yes, Mr. McGee. So nice to hear from you. Any special reason you called?
Well, yes, as a matter of fact, there is. I seem to recall having seen you around the house, and I thought it would be nice if we renewed an old acquaintance. That is, if you're not busy.
Oh, all right. 7 o'clock?
7 o'clock would be just wonderful. Say, you don't have a friend, do you? I have a house guest. He's a young attorney unattached. Very nice fellow. You do? Smashing. See you at 7 now.
We'll be looking forward to it. Hey, they want dinner. We ought to have something extra special. What about roast beef? Do you think that's what they'd like? They've been eating starch. They'll love roast beef.
Dazzle them with chivalry.
I wish they never started getting.
Oh, boy.
Good evening, Mrs. Norris. I'm Mr. McGee. I'd like you to be a friend of mine. This is Mr. Norris. Mr. Norris, this is Mrs. Norris.
My pleasure, Mrs. Norris.
You, Lord. Won't you come in?
Thank you.
I believe you know Mrs. McGee.
Ah, Mrs. McGee. May I say that you look absolutely ravishing this evening?
Thank you.
Roast beef. Mrs. McGee, have you met Mr. Norris?
Yes, I've met Mr. Norris. Mrs. Norris, have you met Mr. McGee?
Yes, Mrs. Norris and I have met. Have you met Mrs. McGee?
Oh, yes. Has Mrs. McGee met Mrs. Norris?
I think we all know each other.
Mrs. Norris, I hope you will accept this humble token of my esteem.
Oh, thank you.
For you, Mrs. McGee, an equally humble token of my esteem, too.
It's very thoughtful of you. Flowers are beautiful.
Matched only by your own loveliness, my dear.
Thank you.
She walks in beauty like the night, of cloudless climes and starry skies. And all that's best of dark and bright meet in her aspect and her eyes.
A bunch of the boys are whooping it up. And I'm afraid my memory for poetry is not quite what it should be.
Thanks for trying. Why don't we all sit down?
After you, my dear.
Oh, thank you. Excuse me? I'm just going to get a cigarette.
May I?
Thank you.
Light?
Oh, thank you. I was just going to get an ashtray.
Use this.
Just as soon use an ashtray, thank you.
Oh, here you are, my dear.
Thank you. I think dinner is about ready. Would you all like to eat?
We had a very heavy lunch.
I'm starved myself. So am I.
Whatever you girls say.
May I, Mrs. McGee?
Thank you, Mr. McGee.
May I, Mrs. Norris?
Yes.
There you are, my dear. May I help you?
Thank you.
Well, this is certainly the way to do it. Elegantly, huh?
The soup isn't quite hot enough. I hope you don't mind waiting.
Waiting in such charming company is a rare treat.
What's that for?
Oh, I thought if you girls decided to smoke, I wouldn't be caught napping.
Why don't we start with the salad? Maybe there's something I can do to help. For goodness sakes, would you two stop jumping up like that? It makes me nervous.
We thought it would.
What do you mean, you thought it would?
Honey, look. We figured that if you could see this thing in its true light, you'd see how really ridiculous it is. Is that right? Come on, sit down, relax. We're just a couple of guys having dinner with our wives, that's all. Where's the old roast beef? Hang on.
Well, this thing's nothing but a big ass. Teach us a lesson.
Did you want to say something to the girls, right?
Yes, suppose you explain this, Mr. Norris.
Go ahead, Roy, take a crack at it.
Well, Roy, I'm waiting.
Waiting in such charming company is a rare...
Oh, shut up.
Honey, look, we just thought if you could see this thing in its true perspective, you'd come to your senses.
It's brought me to my senses. Up.
Out. 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 What do you mean, up, up, out, out? What about the roast beef?
butter in the cupboard. You can make yourself a sandwich.
Peanut butter instead of roast beef? I say we stay right here and stand our ground. What do you say?
I say... you make the coffee and I'll make the sandwich. Oh, smell that roast beef.
I think they purposely left it there just to aggravate us.
Smell it, you can smell it better.
I can't think of anything more frustrating than eating peanut butter sandwiches and smelling roast beef.
Roy, why don't you and I go right over there and beg them to take us back?
Never. Never. They've got to come to us.
Yeah. I think I got an idea. The girls are over there all alone in that house. It's dark, and like all of the women, they're frightened, helpless creatures. They heard us. Climb in the window and rustle around in the kitchen. That'll give them a real scare.
McGee, what do you think you're doing?
Hi, we just dropped by to see how you're making out.
Well, Norris, you get in this kitchen. You too, McGee. You frightened us to death.
Yeah, well, I'm pretty shaky myself.
I suppose it's not the right idea, Roy.
My head. Where am I?
Roy, are you all right?
Well, you gave him a pretty good clap with that broom.
Well, here, come on.
Sit down here, Roy. That's a boy.
Roy, darling.
Mother, is that you?
Mother. Sweetie, it's Hazel.
Oh, hello, Aunt Sophie. Did you bring me my sled?
Amnesia.
Amnesia? Molly, what have I done? Maybe we ought to call a doctor.
No, doctor. No, I've heard that a very good cure for amnesia is a good night's sleep and a roast beef sandwich.
Where did you hear that?
I think I got a fever.
Got amnesia too?
No, isn't it? I think it's a cold from that water you threw.
It was hot water.
Wasn't that the darn fever's from the hot in the head?
Oh, sweetheart, are you all right?
Who are you?
Hello? Oh, hi, Charlie. What do you mean you're all waiting for us? What poker game?
I thought the poker game was tomorrow night.
What happened to your amnesia?
Well, everything all of a sudden came back to me.
Look, Charlie, you better go ahead without us. Yeah, we have a very important date with two very pretty girls. Right, Roy?
All right, McGee.
Would you come home with me now, honey? Please?
Well, I guess if you can turn down a poker game, we must have rekindled something.
Can I stay, honey?
Well,
I'll take you on that moonlight walk. I'll even carry you over the threshold, both ways.
Look, you kids take your walk. Molly and I better get home. Come on, honey.
Good night.
good night.
For Montreal, dumped it ahead in among the spectators. So this period, and there's a real scramble for a souvenir, this period is starting out pretty much the same as the first ended. A slower pace than the hockey that characterized the first 12 or 13 minutes of this hockey game. Now the Leafs with every man up. It goes to Edmondson, a backhand drive. It rolls in front, and Kelly just failed to get it. Here's Brewer at the point. A shot. He's wide. Kelly centered it right in front, and it hopped over Mahovlich's stick. Here's Rocket Richard up with Henry Richard, who takes the pass. Over the line. It's flipped in front. And some nice back-checking by Edmondson. Edmondson coming out for the Toronto Maple Leafs. At center, a left wing pass. Mahovlich couldn't get it. Bond cleared it on the boards. Canadians are starting back. Here's Tom Johnson ahead to Henry Richard. He couldn't get it, and it went to Bauer's doorstep. 2 on the score in the second period. Now Dickie Moore. He centers it in front. Henry Richard couldn't see it. The Rocket was tied up. Mahovlich went right across Bauer's doorstep. A pass goes to Kelly. Kelly is coming down. He's over the line. A drop pass to Edmondson. He couldn't get his shot away. Edmondson backhands it. Here's Mahovlich faking the shot. And went off Kelly. And went across the goal mouth. It's Pocket Richard. In over the Toronto line. A pass to Talbot. He's going in a goal. He shoots. Bauer is down. And Bauer making the save on the short side.
One thing that has been very noticeable about Bauer tonight, Danny, he is flopping on every puck that's at all possible for him to do so. He's not taking any chances on rebounds down around the goal crease. He's just stopping and flopping, and Colonel Brewer there and Captain George Armstrong probably telling him to keep it up.
It's Phil Goyette on with Andre Pronovo and Provo for Montreal. Duff, Armstrong, and Regan for the Leafs. That is the line that has scored. Langlois intercepts the pass, cleared it in. Now Phil Goyette goes in the corner. He's knocked down by Horton. Horton has it on the board. Now he still has it for Toronto. On the right side to Armstrong. Back to Horton. Horton is starting out into center ice to Regan. Regan coming down with Armstrong. They shoot it into the corner. Off the boards it goes. Provo slapped it back. Duff fired it on the boards. Here's Regan over the other side. He tips it to Armstrong. Back it goes to Horton. Horton lost it. And he had to run over the line to get it. Horton off the boards to Stanley. Stanley shooting it in. Langlois. A pass. Andre Pronovo. He couldn't get it. Regan starting back. Fired it in. Big Armstrong was going in for the shot, and he couldn't get it away as he was being tied up by Phil Goyette. There's a pass over on the left wing at center, and Horton fired it back into the Canadian zone. And we're nearing the 4th minute mark in this second period. Here's Horton getting it at the point. He winds up for the shot. It's kicked out by Plante, and that low drive was right on. Langlois for Canadians, jammed into the board, picked up. A pass goes to Phil Goyette from Pronovo. The shot wide. Now it's Regan covering up in the corner to the left of Bauer. Canadians get it clear. Here's Provo. Back it goes. Doug Harvey is closing in for the shot. Knocked down by Stanley. Ahead to Dickie Duff. Here's Duff cutting in a goal. He's trying to get in front. And he tried to slide it in front with Plante stopping it. Armstrong taking Harvey in the corner on the boards. Phil Goyette starting out with Provo 14. He has it. In on the Toronto line. A flip shot goes off the knee of Stanley. Bobby Colford playing it on the boards to number 9. Duff cleared it down the left side. And the Toronto Maple Leafs will be called for icing as Jeffrey on touched it. And back they go. Bert Olmsted, number 16. Gated out of position now. Brewer moves from the face-off spot back outside the circle. He's coming in to do the honors against Belleville. 2-1 for the Canadians over the Leafs. It's cleared. Belleville racing in. Bauer fired it. Now Belleville has it. Back it comes to Talbot going in for the shot. And Bobby Bond stopped it. Here come the Leafs led by Colford. Broken up. Recovered by Olmsted. Olmsted's pass stopped by Jeffrey on. Jeffrey on is going in on the right side. He shoots it. And Bauer had trouble with that one. As he finally rolled down and got the rebound. Face off to the right of Bauer. And we played 5 minutes and 5 seconds. The next game in the series will be played at the Gardens in Toronto on Tuesday night, and the 4th at the Gardens in Toronto Thursday night. Here's Talbot closing in for his shot. Jeffrey-on couldn't get it. Jeffrey-on takes a swipe at it. Leaves clearing it. Olmsted is starting out. A pass. And Stewart failed to pick it up. Bonin Rifles it back into the lead zone. In behind the net. Bobby Bond, left wing pass to Brewer. Brewer to Olmsted, 16 to Pulford. Pulford down to the Canadian line. He's going in, takes the shot, and Plant just dropped it to the side. 2-1 for the Canadians. Ballaball leaving it for Jeffrey on. Jeffrey on his center right. He goes to the Toronto line, winds up a hard shot right on. But Bauer had it taped and had his stick there. Now Pulford body. Jeffrey on working the side, he centered it out, and Olmsted was there to get it. Olmsted clearing it out. Here's Bobby Pulford firing it ahead. Talbot down after it, and the Toronto Maple Leafs call for icing as Talbot almost lost his balance with Pulford coming in after him. Scoring in the hockey game, Moore and Bellaball for Montreal, and Regan for Toronto, and all the scoring has taken place in the first period, in which Toronto outshot Montreal 11-10.
Show, starring Dick Van Dyke, Rosemary, Maury Amsterdam, Larry Matthews, and Mary Tyler Moore.
Every minute we spend here is a minute less we get to laugh and eat and play games.
Don't be in such a hurry. We're only going next door. Listen, why don't you wrap the wine bottle in the meantime?
It's already wrapped. Boy, I hope they never send a woman up into space. I sure hear that. 5, 4, 3, 2, just a minute, darling. Hey, honey, will you bring me a handkerchief?
We're only going next door.
I can run back here and blow my nose.
Mary and Millie will wait for us.
Yeah, but honey, Buddy and Sally are going to be there. They're our friends. We ought to be there when they arrive, at least.
Quarter of a minute.
A quarter of a minute. Well, at least it's an ambulance. Honey, why does Richie have to leave these toys in the living room? I almost killed myself just now.
Any second now.
Water rocket launcher with nuclear warhead. Moon anti-aggression massive retaliation mop-up kit. Nice wholesome toys. Hey, honey, whatever happened to Lotto and Tootsie toys?
In there, darling.
Interplanetary intercom. I'm in Mars. Again.
Who?
Our neighbors. It's Richie's intercom. Evidently, he and Freddie have hooked it up from here to next door. I can hear every word Jerry and Millie are saying.
Oh, that's eavesdropping. Turn it off.
Honey, it's just a toy. We're not eavesdropping. We're playing.
Darling, did it ever occur to you that they can hear what we're saying, too?
Honey, I have the receiving button on. We can hear them. They can't hear us.
Well, you're a good taster. What do you think?
What is it?
It's avocado and peanut butter dip.
Laura gave me the recipe.
Rob, this is pure, unadulterated prime. Now, please turn it off.
In a second, honey.
Well, how does it taste?
You want to know the truth? It tastes a little drab.
Yeah, that's my own recipe.
You're right, honey. We better turn it off.
Don't you dare.
I think it's drab, too.
Laura gave you the recipe. Maybe you did something wrong.
No, I followed her recipe to a T. I didn't do anything wrong. Maybe she did.
Now, what's that supposed to mean?
Honey, this is shameful. Listening to someone else's conversation. I'm turning it off.
No, you're not. We eavesdrop this long, we can eavesdrop longer.
Why would she do a thing like that?
Well, so she could say that Laura Petrie makes the best peanut butter and avocado dip in Westchester County. Maybe she left something out on purpose.
What a nerve to accuse me of such a catty trick!
Oh, Honey, Millie doesn't mean that. She's probably just nervous because of the party tonight. Now, let's turn it off and go over there.
Laura wouldn't do a thing like that.
See?
Rod would.
Turn it off, darling.
In a second.
I don't know. You know, sometimes Laura holds back just a little bit. Remember that time she gave me that pattern for a dress? She left out a sleeve.
You know, we're both right, honey. Neither one of them would have done it. It's all part of their compulsive drive to be the best.
Well, I never would have done anything like that for Laura. I never leave anything out of a recipe. If I give, I give.
Well, listen, honey, we're not as competitive as they are. And we're not selfish.
Selfish. Well, if she didn't want me to have the recipe, she should have said so. I would have understood. But no, she says, of course you can have my recipe. I didn't think Laura could be so insincere.
Well, let's face it, honey. Rob is no Albert Schweitzer either.
Honey, did you ever forget the time that he borrowed that? What? Borrowed what? Did you hear what he said? I'm no Albert Schweitzer.
Oh, the insincere and selfish.
I'm no Albert Schweitzer, huh? Well, he's no Elmer Roosevelt.
And we have to go to their dinner party tonight.
We're not going to their dinner party.
Well, Rod, we have to. Buddy and Sally are going to be there. They're our friends. We have to go and greet them.
What is the difference? They'll never miss us.
There are only going to be 6 people there. They'll miss us.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks. Hey, Jerry, sure it's nice of you to invite us over here tonight.
Well, it's about time.
You said it.
No, I mean, you've had us out so many times, it's about time we've had you over here for dinner.
Why don't you just send us some money? We could have stayed home, you know, and seen car fare.
You know, you're funny, buddy.
I hope so. Yeah, man.
Why didn't they give me keeping Rob and Laura?
Hey, maybe they had a fist fight.
This night, Rod and Laura, first thing they ever do is kiss hard.
You know, it's disgusting. We've had 6 big fights to every one of their little ones.
It's not much fun living next door to them. We never hear any juicy arguments or anything.
Hey, that's Rob and Laura at the door.
No, that's my nut cake and sweet potatoes in the oven.
She's cute.
They don't get here in 1 minute, I'll give them a call in the phone.
1 minute. Hey, play the minute for us.
I only know half of it.
Play it twice.
I cannot go over there and act pleasant to 2 people who loathe and despise me.
Well, they didn't exactly say that, darling.
They might just as well have. Accusing you of leaving something out of a recipe? You know what that is? That's malicious accusory. You'd never leave something out of a recipe, would you, honey? You wouldn't, would you? You did, didn't you?
Well, I might have left out the mustard.
You left the mustard out of the avocado and peanut butter?
Well, I don't know that I did, and if I did, I meant well. I mean, I was just experimenting. I mean, after all, where would the world be today, Rob, if it weren't for experiments? We wouldn't be on the moon today.
We're not on the moon.
That's beside the point. I mean, what Jerry said about you, calling you competitive and selfish, I just can't forgive him for that, Rob.
Yeah, saying I'm no Albert Schweitzer.
It's them.
They're calling to apologize.
Nah. Apologize for what?
Well, because they didn't know what we heard, but they are guilty because they know they said even though they didn't know that we know, you know?
What?
You unscramble it. There's a good sentence in there somewhere.
Rob.
I'm disconnected. Must have dialed the wrong number.
Maybe they're on their way over.
No, their lights are on over there. They're still there. Hey, answer the phone over there, will you? Okay.
Hi there.
What do you mean, hi there? Buddy and Sally are here. We're waiting for you.
Well, we had a slight delay. Excuse me a minute. Are we going or aren't we?
I don't know.
Well, make up your mind.
Well, why should it be my decision? They insulted you, too.
Okay. Is there anything I can do for you, Jerry?
Yeah, there's a lot you can do. You can get over here right away. And if you're not over here in 2 minutes, I'm going to come over there and drag you over here.
Well, we gotta go.
You think so?
Well, for Buddy and Sally, why should they suffer just because we're not there?
I suppose you're right. All right, what do we do about the wine?
Give them wine?
Never.
Well, let's go see the nice people next door, Dr. Jekyll and Mrs. Hyde.
More!
Why? Oh, sure. I don't want to do any more now. Let's wait till Rob and Laura get here. They want to get in on the fun, too. I don't want them to miss any of these gems. Hey, by the way, where are they?
They're probably outside waiting for the cello music to stop.
Oh, there they are now. Hey, come on in. The door's open. I said, come in.
Come in.
Come in.
Come in. Well, why don't you just walk in? We weren't sure we were welcome. Well, you're not. Come on in anyway.
Where have you been? You missed a lot of fun.
Yeah, I just did 4 of my brand new jokes.
Yeah, and I sang Bill Bailey so many times he finally went home. Hi there. Ready, Sally? How are you? I'm still single, thank you.
Let me hang this up for you.
No, thank you. It's always a little cold in here.
Well, listen now. What was the delay, for Pete's sake? We had a headache. One headache for 2 people?
Can't you guys afford separate headaches? Separate headaches.
Well, can I get you some aspirins for your headache?
No, thank you.
Oh, maybe a little glass of sherry make you feel better.
No, thank you.
Well, would you like some dip?
No, thank you.
Well, how about some...
No, thank you.
I haven't had laughs like this since the same time.
Come on, you two. What's bothering you?
You'd rather not discuss it?
I thought you told me they never fight.
Maybe you kissed her too hard.
Well, dinner should be ready pretty soon.
I hope so.
How about we do a little old folk song for these little old folks?
Yeah. Remember when they used to like folk songs?
Yeah, folk songs, okay. Go tell it, Rhodey. Go tell it, Rhodey. Go tell it, Rhodey. She's really Uncle Fred. Gee, what a beautiful ashtray.
Gorgeous.
Yeah. We gave them that ashtray. We gave them this lamp, too.
No special reason, just in friendship.
Boy, this is a beautiful ashtray.
Let's play a game.
Hey, Rob, let's have some fun, huh?
Well, I'm not going to have more fun than this.
You're lucky enough to have an impacted wisdom tooth. I got the game. Who am I?
That's great. Hey, Rob, let's play Who Am I, huh? Who am I?
We gave you that vase, too.
I know, thanks. Who am I?
Not Homer Roosevelt, I'll tell you that.
Come on, who am I? Let's play. What do you say, Rob?
Let's play charades.
Charades. Everybody loves charades. Hey, again, Laura, Rob, and I will be on one team, and Millie, Sally, and Buddy, you're on the other. Okay.
Oh, great.
Okay.
Charades all right now,
Huh?
Laura? It's your house.
You didn't get in the house?
Come on, let's play, huh? I'll tell you what, I'll keep time during the game. All right?
Your team goes first.
Okay. Here, Laura, you want to go first?
Please, Jerry, I don't think so.
Oh, come on. You don't want to ruin the party.
I've never ruined a party before in my life, Jerry.
Well, of course you haven't, so go ahead. Good. Come on, Rob. We'll beat him. Let's go. We can do it. You and I on the same team. Come on. Okay, ready? It's a song title. First word. Over. A beat. Pat. crush, destroy.
What? Oh, second word. Okay, second. A little word. Small.
Petty, hypocritical, two-faced.
That's a song title?
The second word is petty, two-faced.
You can do the whole thing. The whole thing. Okay. March.
Yeah. Walk. Stop. Stop all over people. Walk all over people.
Goose step. Treachery. Treachery.
Two-faced. Two-faced. Stab. Stab in the back. Stab in the back.
Point. Point. Finger. Finger.
Accuse. Indict. A malicious accusory. That's right. Pearl Harbor. I got it.
What is it?
On the street where you live.
That is right.
Pearl Harbor, stabbed in the back?
Oh, this isn't charades. This is a new game. World War III.
How did you get that out of on the street where you live?
Husbands and wives have a way of reading each other's minds, Mildred.
Yeah, but this is so far out. It was perfectly clear to me, Gerald.
Hey, avocado and peanut butter dip. How come you made this? This is Laura's specialty.
Well, I don't make it as well as Laura does.
Real good. Why'd you leave out the mustard?
Mustard? Laura's is supposed to be mustard?
Oh, I like it better this way. Hey, Sally, try some of this. You'll love it. Here.
Listen, buddy, don't fill up on that. I think dinner's ready right now, about now, huh?
Yeah, dinner's ready. We'll all feel better after we eat.
Right, let's go.
Okay, come on, come on. Hey, Millie does make it better.
Come on, Laura.
Come in.
Did you see the way she acted? Like she wasn't even angry about that dip. Boy, if you ask me, she's the one who's insincere.
That's just the difference between them and us. When we're mad, we show it. That's sincerity.
Hey, come on, the food's getting cold.
All right, we're coming, Jerry.
Rob, don't eat much.
I'm just gonna nibble. I'm too sincere to eat a lot. Good night, Sally.
Good night, Rob. Good night. Okay, I give up. What was that all about?
Boy, I never saw him act like that. Hey, did you two guys have a fight with him?
I didn't. Did you, Millie?
I can't think of anything.
I know. It's the 38 cents I owe her for Brussels sprouts. No, that's right. It couldn't be that. She owes me 32 cents for cauliflower.
I don't know what it could be. Did we say anything during the evening to offend them?
Well, it couldn't have been during the party. They came in angry.
I know what's bothering them.
What?
What?
They need on-the-spot relief from acid indigestion.
How does Richie eat that stuff every morning?
Why don't you put some milk on it? Anyway, it's better than eating Millie and Jerry's food.
Oh, that's right. We sure showed them, didn't we, honey?
We sure did. You think we showed them enough?
Well, we ruined their party. That's pretty good for starters.
So,
I'd sure say they had it coming, wouldn't you?
I'd say so after the nasty things they said about us, calling us selfish and insincere and competitive.
Saying I'm no Albert Schweitzer. Those kind of remarks hurt.
Oh, boy.
Wouldn't you like to know what unjust things they're saying about us right now simply because we ruined their little party?
You just imagine, they're probably saying things about us that they have absolutely no right to say.
Boy, would I love to know what's on their little minds.
So would I.
Yeah. Me too.
Rob, you're not thinking of turning it on again, are you?
Oh, no.
Whatever they are saying, I sure would like a chance to debate that in court.
Darling, I think you turned on the intercom.
Oh, did I? Oh, I guess I put my cigarette out on that by mistake.
Better turn it off.
Oh, I intend to, I intend to.
Well, they ruined the party, that's what they did. They sat there like two statues all evening.
Yeah, bringing up all the gifts they gave us. What was that?
And how about that charades game? Treachery, two-faced. Boy, I tell you, why'd they have to say that?
Yeah, what did we do to offend them?
Well, I'm the one that's angry now, and I will never forgive them for their behavior.
Never forgive them? Honey, they're our friends.
After what they said?
Well, so they weren't so nice for one night. You know, they have their faults. Everybody does. People would be pretty dull without them. Gee, you know, I hope they're all right. They look so unhappy. Think maybe they were sick or something?
I didn't think about that. No, I don't think they were sick. Hey, maybe Richie was sick.
Jerry, their lights are still on and they left 2 hours ago. Maybe you ought to go over there and see if you can be some help.
No, I don't think they were sick or worried. They were angry.
Yeah,
And they were angry at us.
you're right. But why? What did we do?
I think I know what it is, honey.
What?
Well, I sent Rob his dental bill last month, and I think he thinks it's too high.
Was it?
Oh, you know I never charge you for my work, just the lab costs. But they've gone up, and I forgot to tell him about it.
Well, you think that was it?
No, that couldn't be it. Rob and Laura are not the kind of people that would think that their best friends would take advantage of them. I mean, they have their faults, but they're loyal people.
I did leave the mustard out of the dip, you know.
I know. I also know that I'm not really Albert Schweitzer.
What are you going to do with the wine?
Well, if we're going to go next door and swallow our pride and eat some crow, we better have some good wine to wash it down with.
Let's go the back way. It's friendlier.
They're just terrible. I wish we could do something. I'm not going to be able to sleep.
Well, don't worry, honey. Things will straighten out. Hey, who could that be?
What time is it?
2 o'clock in the morning.
There can only be one person, your mother.
Hey, Rob! Laura!
Is everything all right?
Everything's just fine, just fine.
We wanted to talk to you about tonight.
Well, yeah, what happened? Why were you so angry?
Yeah, did we do or say something?
Yeah, you certainly did.
Well, what?
Come in, honey, over.
Rob and Laura are selfish and insincere, and you know, Jerry, Rob's no Albert Schweitzer. Over and out.
Oh, my.
That's not word for word, but meets there.
Oh, my.
I didn't know that the kids had that hooked up.
Did you hear about the dip?
Oh, yes.
Oh, I'm so embarrassed.
What do you mean, Millie? We were eavesdropping.
I mean, we turned it on accidentally, but we certainly could have turned it off.
Well, we shouldn't have been talking about you.
Oh, why not, Millie? If you say what you want to in the privacy of your own home, if you can't say nasty things about your best friends at home, where can you?
Do you say nasty things about us?
Well, let me put it this way, Jerry. We say less nasty things about you than we do about any of our other neighbors here. Here's a little token of our esteem.
Thanks.
Oh, you didn't have to.
I just wish it could have been mustard. Gee, Millie, I feel...
Let's make some coffee.
Okay.
I'm no Albert Schweitzer, huh?
All right, happy to have all of you with us. And before we start the game, I'd like to give each of you a wonderful gift from Lever Brothers, a full year's supply of Dove. There's Gail Whip right there. That is all for you. All right, now, having taken care of that, let's play The Price is Right. I think you know how it works. You bid for the merchandise we present. Go as high as you like, stop wherever you like. goes to the person who bids the highest without going over the actual retail price. Big winner, end of the show, comes back again next week, takes on 3 new challengers. I'll have to stall till Gail gets all the way around. Is she around yet? She made the trip all right. Okay. One of these 2 girls will be a little bit out of breath, but watch the turntable. Here's our first item going up for bids on The Price is Right. A serving cloth. It's an elegant modern design by Whitecraft of Miami that measures a full 10 feet long. It's made of natural rattan with a handsome mica top that runs the full length of the counter. There are handy storage compartments in the back of the bar and a full-length shelf for glasses. The 6 tall stools in front are covered in colorful orange fabric. All yours, if the price is right. Price Authority, Whitecraft of Miami, Miami, Florida. Thank you, Don and Tony and Gail. It's our pleasure. I'll sit over here so I can watch the bidding. I sort of like a seat like this anyway. We're going to begin. We'll talk about minimums once the bidding starts, but you start anywhere you want, Mrs. Spencer. Give us an opening bid somewhere.
I think I'll start the bidding at $500.
Opening $500. Minimum bids will be $50. Mr. Smith, you may go ahead anywhere you want. As long
I'll
as
say $550, Bill.
Go over that if you want. Mrs. Root, at $550 to you.
I think I'll say $640.
$640 is Mrs. Root's bid. Mr. Cree, sir, $640 is the bid to you.
$700, Bill.
$700 at 60. Well, that's good. Miss Spencer, your 5 top of 7 minimums are 50.
I'll say $1,000.
$1,000 is the bid to Mr. Smith, who is at $550. $1,000 to you.
I'll freeze, Bill.
Okay. Miss Root, your $640. Top is $1,000. Your bid.
I think I'll bid $1,100.
$1,100. Mr. Cree, your $700. Top is $1,100. Your bid. You freeze. 2 left. Miss Spencer, you're $1,000. Top's 11, and this is your final bid.
I'll say $1,400.
$1,400, Mrs. Root. You're $1,100, and this is your final bid.
I think I'll freeze.
You'll freeze, and it's all done. All right, bidding's over. So from left to right, here are our bids. $1,400, $550, $1,100, and $700 down the line. Here's the bar behind me. In the envelope is the actual retail price. It is $1,227. The winner is I hope you did. Pass that over to Mr. Drew, 1227, and that is bonus. You have a bonus. You can break in your new bar with this bonus, champagne. This is the giant Methuselah-sized bottle of imported dry French champagne. Now, you may recall that Methuselah lived for over 900 years, which makes him older than these 3 objects that you see in this little antique display. Now, if you'll point them out for me, watch this closely, Mrs. Groove. This is a French inkwell made of solid brass. You hear that? This is a hand-carved Oriental foo dog. And this is a large French porcelain vase. Now, I'll tell you right now that one of these antiques is worth $1,800. And compared to that, the price of the other 2, well, they're worth very little. Now, you choose any one of those 3 antiques you want, and we will buy it back from you right now for its full retail value. Of course, you're going to try to pick the $1,800 one, aren't you?
Try.
All right, study them for 10 seconds and then give us your decision. I have 3 checks right here. Don't anybody shout out any help here. Okay, 10 seconds up now. What is your decision? Now, will it be the French inkwell? I'll go over them again. The Oriental foo dog or the French vase? Which is it?
They say good things come in small packages. I'm going to take the inkwell, hoping.
The inkwell. All right, Tony, would you come over here and reveal the price? Now, on the back is a price. Turn it over. And isn't that a shame? $20. But just to show you we're not chicken, pass that check for $20 out. Let's see what the price is next to the foo dog. Will you turn that one over, Tony? Reveal that price. And finally, I imagine by this time we all know, the French vase, Tony, if you will, $1,800. Well, you have your check for $20 and everything else you won. Congratulations to you. It's not a bad night's work anyway. Right. Merchandise on The Price is Right is delivered by Allied Van Lines, movers all over the world, who treat your possessions with expert care. Now, we'll have another terrific prize in a moment. But first, what are you having for breakfast tomorrow? Well, now, here is an idea that will melt in your mouth. Okay, here we are back again. Now then, if everybody is all set, watch the draperies over there behind you. Watch them carefully to your left a little bit. Here's our next item going up for bid on tonight's Price is Right. Done.
A new kitchen. A complete Westinghouse kitchen with wood cabinets and yellow appliances. Above, there are all but 20 feet of smart, modern design cabinets and heirloom maple covering the full length of the kitchen, which includes the new 1960 Westinghouse 13 cubic foot refrigerator freezer, a cold injector design with 7-day meat keeper. A marble effect micarta countertop runs across additional storage cabinets to a built-in stainless steel sink. Underneath, there's a built-in dishwasher with exclusive Westinghouse hot water booster. The electric range features a serve temp roast guard for maintaining serving temperature 6 hours, and the kitchen is complete with side-by-side Spacemates washer and dryer, featuring 3 water temperatures and 3 heat controls. This fabulous kitchen, complete with cabinets and appliances, can be yours. Price Authority, Westinghouse Electric Corporation, Mansfield, Ohio.
All right, now there's the complete kitchen. Now, listen carefully, because just to make it easy, I'm going to give you the price of the kitchen. The exact retail price is $2,456.45. And to win the kitchen, you must make the best bid for that item.
Beef. You're bidding for this 4-quarter of prime steer beef. It weighs a total of 185 pounds. Price Authority, Food Fair Stores.
There you are. Now, we'll install the entire kitchen in your home if you make the best bid for this 4-quarter of beef. We start with position number 2, Mr. Smith. That's you. Happy beef.
I'll bid $50, Bill.
Opener of 50. Okay, there are no minimums. Miss Group, we go to you.
My father's a butcher, so I don't know.
Oh, boy.
I'll say $80.
$80 to Mr. Creed.
I'll say $120.
$120 to Mrs. Spencer.
This is a one-bid item, isn't it?
No.
Can you go under?
You can go under, but you'd have to freeze. That's right.
How many pounds is it?
I don't know. We're short on time. 25. Can we have a bid?
I think I'll say 81.
81. And that is an 80. You gave me the wrong pound. 185 was the poundage. 185.
Well, I'll say $105.
105. Put that up, Merle. There. Mr. Smith, you're 50. Bob, what is 120? That's a freeze bid for Miss Spencer. What is the highest bid, Bill? The highest bid is 120. 120. 120.
I'll bid $135, Bill.
135 to Miss Group. You're at $80.
Well, I think I'll pay $144.
144. Final bids. Mr. Cree, you're 120. Top is 144.
A freeze.
Miss Spencer's up. Mr. Smith, you're 135. Top is 144. I'll freeze, Bill. Miss Group, you're 144. Your top bid. That ends it right there. You're not going up. So the bidding's done. We have bids of 105, 135, 144, and 120. There's your beef. Behind you is your kitchen. The winner of the beef wins the kitchen. Actual retail value is $90.65. You all overbid. Everybody overbid 105. Well, that's all right. Pass it on down. There will be others. There will be many others. May I remind you that our bids are instantaneously recorded on our tote machines made by the American Totalizator Company, a subsidiary of Universal Control Incorporated. Now then, you folks at home get set, because here it comes, your turn to bid at home. Take a good look at the 7 glamorous items that make up the showcase, because everything you're about to see can be yours if you make the right bid. Are you ready? Okay then, this is what you're bidding for.
A 1960 convertible. The Mercury Monterey convertible, designed with exclusive road-tuned wheels in chromatic styling with standard V8 engine and equipped with the following extras: Mercury transmission, push-button radio, fresh air heater, wheel covers, and white sidewall tires. Travel in a new blouse, a short sleeve design, and no iron background and copy. The travel make model by Ship and Shaw with circlet collar and pretty daisy embroidery down the front around the button closings. For a glamour accent to 1960 costumes, the elegant fragrance of famous Chanel No. 5 perfume in the 4-ounce size. 1960 entertainment with elegant chess pieces, a complete set of 32 imported pieces, hand-carved of pear wood and hand-painted with 24-karat gold leaf accents, plus a folding chessboard framed in walnut and covered in natural tool and cowhide, hand-painted and hand-tooled in 23-karat gold. In 1960, served with this elegant teapot, a modern design in sterling silver with ebolized handle and gallery base style. Music for the new year, played on the new 1960 Wurlitzer 2-in-1 organ, a model 4150, a complete spinet organ with 2 standard 44-note keyboards, plus a chord organ for simplified playing, designed in a mahogany cabinet by the Wurlitzer Company. And in 1960, you'll take a trip to Rome. You and another person you choose will fly by way of Sabina Belgian World Airlines on the exciting new intercontinental Boeing 707 jet service, enjoying international cuisine. A round-trip first-class flight for 2 non-stop from New York to Brussels, the heart of Europe, and then on to Rome. All of the prizes in the 1960 showcase will be yours if the price is right.
Okay, now these are the 7 items in the 1960 showcase. Add them up and send us your total estimate to the penny for the entire showcase. And if yours is the highest bid without going over the actual retail price, every item in the showcase will be yours. Here's Don Pardo to tell you how to submit your showcase bids.
Write your correct name and home address on a postcard and make your bid. Address your postcard to 1960 Showcase. The Price is Right, Post Office Box 645, New York, 46, New York. All entries for this showcase must be postmarked no later than midnight Thursday, January 21st, and must be in our hands no later than midnight Sunday, January 24th. Only postcards are eligible, and all the writing on those cards must be handwritten in pen or pencil. Anyone connected with The Price is Right and all previous showcase winners and members of their respective families are not eligible. Each entrant certifies his eligibility and agrees to furnish such proofs as we may require. Decision of the judges is final and conclusive in all matters, including prices, receipt of entries, and contestant eligibility. In case of a tie, there'll be a bidding runoff. Do you want to say something, Bill?
I'd like to, Don. Remember to include federal retailers' excise tax only when estimating the sterling teapot. The Mercury should be estimated at its FOB delivered price, Detroit, Michigan. All other prices are FOB city of manufacture or port of entry. Now then, if everybody is all set, so are we. Take a look over there at the draperies, way over there on your left. And here's our next item going up for bid. Don.
Motion picture equipment by Bell and Howell. It includes an automatic loading turret tri-lens 16mm camera with a full complement of lenses and viewfinders, complete with a leather carrying case. Then, tape your movies with a Bell & Howell high-fidelity tape recorder, a completely self-contained unit with twin speakers in its own carrying case. Next, the Filmo Sound magnetic sound projector that has a built-in recording mechanism plus a 12-inch extended range speaker, then a 16mm editing and splicing outfit, and a radiant crystal beaded projection screen. Camera, tape recorder, projector, speaker, editor, and screen, all yours if you make the best bid. Price Authority, Bell & Howell Company, Chicago, Illinois.
Golly, that took you long, but thank you, Don. Mrs. Group, it's going to be a one-bid item. You get one bid for the whole conglomeration. We begin with you and work right down. One bid, and one bid only. Come as close as you can without going over.
I'm going to bid $1,402.
$1,402. Please, because it is a one-bid item, you can go over, you can go under, you can go anywhere.
That's $1,250.
Miss Spencer, $1,402 and $1,215. They bid anywhere.
I'm going to say $1,800.
Mr. Smith bids at $1,402, $1,250, and $1,800.
I'll bid $900, Bill.
$900, it's done. Bidding's over. Bids are $1,800, $900, $1,402, and $1,250. There are bids on a one-bid item. That's what you're bidding on. Here we go into the wild blue envelope. Actual retail value, $1,844.50. Congratulations to you. There you are. 18, and you have a bonus. If you want to shoot some real Hollywood-type movies, we want you just to step into your own backyard where you will find this bonus. Look behind you, your own swimming pool. That is a fabulous 16 by 32-foot Buster Crab swimming pool by Cascade Pools Corporation. A full-sized underground design complete with 10-year guaranteed vinyl liner, filtration system, ladder, automatic skimmer, and underwater vacuum. And your Buster Crab swimming pool will be installed on your property in 1 day. All right, now you got the movie and the equipment for the movie and the swimming pool, and you're just like a movie star, except you're not quite a movie star, so we thought we'd take care of that. You need some practice being a movie actress, so for the rest of your bonus, you now have a job as an extra in the movie production of Exodus. That's it. Stars Paul Newman and Eva Marie Saint is produced by Otto Preminger, whose current award-winning production Anatomy of a Murder, starring James Stewart, is now showing locally, and Exodus is being filmed in Israel. So we'll send you and your husband on a jet flight by way of Sabina Belgian World Airlines aboard Sabina's intercontinental Boeing jet with international cuisine. Round-trip economy class from New York to Brussels and then on to Tel Aviv, Israel, where you'll spend a week on location with Exodus. Congratulations on the price is right. There you go. Now then, we'll have an exciting climax to our shopping spree in just a moment. But now, here is a word of advice on the subject of softer, smoother-looking skin. Okay, you all set for another one? All right, now you notice our cameraman here, Buddy Gerard. Actually, that's an inside joke. It's Nick Bruno. Just watch him very carefully and watch what he's going to take a picture of. Tony has it there, ready for the unveiling. Okay, tell us about it.
A diamond bracelet and earrings. Yes, a fabulous set executed by Johnston Jewels Limited of the Waldorf Astoria. The magnificent bracelet is designed with circles of diamonds in the center and at the closing. It contains 276 diamonds totaling approximately 18 carats. The pair of exquisite earrings in drop styling together have a total of 80 diamonds, weighing 2 carats, .72. Both bracelet and earrings are fashioned of elegant platinum mounting with pave set diamonds. A total of 356 diamonds, weighing over 20 carats. Yours to cherish forever if the price is right. Price Authority, Johnston Jewels Limited, Waldorf Astoria.
Thank you, Don. There it is. We start with position 4. That's Mr. Cree. We will ask Mr. Cree for an opening bid of at least $1,500. You may open higher if you like.
2,000, Bill.
Opener of 2. Now, Mrs. Spencer, we ask for minimum bids of $100. You may go higher than that if you'd like. 2,000 people.
$2,100.
$2,100 to Mr. Smith. I'll go 2,800, Bill. 2,800 to Mrs. Groot.
4,400, Bill.
4,400 to Mr. Cree. You're at 2,000. 5,000. Miss Spencer, you're 21. Tops 5.
5,100.
5,100 to Mr. Smith, who's at 2,800. 55. Miss Groot, you're 44. Top is 55.
6,600, Bill.
66 to Mr. Cree, who's at 5.
6,800.
68 to Miss Spencer, who's at 51.
I'll say 6,900.
69 to Mr. Smith, who is at $5,500. 7,000. Even 7 to Mr. Groot. Mrs. Groot, who's at
I'll say 7,400, Bill.
Mr. Cree, you are 68. Top is $7,400.
7,500.
Miss Spencer, you are 6'9". Top is 7'5".
I'll say 76.
76 to Mr. Smith, who is at $7,000 even. 79, Bill. 79 to Mrs. Groot, who is at 74 even.
8,000, Bill.
8,000 to Mr. Cree, who is at $7,500.
8,100.
8,100 to Miss Spencer, who is at $7,600.
I'll freeze.
Mr. Smith, you are 79. Top is $8,100.
I'll go 84, Bill.
8,400. This starts the final bidding, Miss Groot. You are 8,000. Top is 8,400. This is your last bid.
I think go to 9,000, Bill.
You're going to 9. Mr. Cree, you are $8,100. Top is $9,000. This is your last bid.
9,100.
Mr. Smith, you are 84. Top is 91. This is your last bid. I'll go 10,000. It's done. 10,000. we have bids from left to right of $7,600, $10,000, $9,000, $9,100. Directly in front of you is the bracelet and earrings by Johnston Jewels, and in front of me is our price tag. Actual retail price is $8,800. Mrs. Spencer, everyone else over there. There you are. It is yours. Congratulations. We'll have the final scores and the name of the big winner as soon as our tabulation is done. But right now, here is a lady with a question that needs answering. Time now for the final accounting, so let's go over to old Don Pardo. Don, what are the scores?
Right, Bill, I'm sorry to report we did have an overbid today. Mrs. Spencer has won the movie equipment, the swimming pool, the party in the movie, and the trip, and the jewelry for a total of $14,985. Mr. Smith, we're sorry that you didn't win, but I'm sure Mrs. Smith will be happy. We have for you a beautiful 7-piece tea and coffee service in elegant silver plate from the collection of Michael C. P. the Fifth Avenue. Congratulations. Mrs. Group has won the bar, the champagne, and the $20 for the antique for a total of $1,313. And Mr. Cree, we're sorry you didn't win. We also have for you the 7-piece tea and coffee service. Congratulations to you, Bill. I don't think there's any doubt as to who it is.
With $14,985, there is no doubt about it. It is Mrs. Mary Ann Spencer, our activities director from Stockton, South Carolina. Congratulations, Miss Spencer. We'll see you again next week.
It was nice.
You got a great one now. Mr. Smith, thanks to you for coming by. Thank you. Hope, wish you'd had better luck next time. Miss Group, our thanks to you. Mr. Cree, our regards to all your friends. And all the Crees. I love your name. And the tribe, too. Oh, incidentally, be sure to stay tuned to the Bob Hope Show with special guest Jane Mansfield immediately following over many of these same NBC stations. And for those of you at home, whatever you do, don't forget to send in your postcard and get in on the 1960 showcase. Now, in order to get in on the showcase, you send your entries to 1960-1960 Showcase. The Price is Right, Post Office Box 645, New York 46, New York. And for your last look at the items in the showcase, join us again next week at the same time on the same station when Price is Right will be brought to you by Lever Brothers. We'll see you then, or tomorrow morning on the daytime Price is Right over the same station. Thank you, and good night, everybody. Bye.
Price is Right has been brought to you by Pure White Dove, the new bath and beauty bar that's better for your skin than the most expensive soap you can buy. Lever Brothers unconditionally guarantee satisfaction or your money back. Lever Brothers also brings you the one, the only Groucho Marx in You Bet Your Life, Thursday night over most of these same stations. Travel arrangements for guests of The Price is Right have been arranged by American Airlines, first with jets across the USA. Gowns from Seal Chapman. The Price is Right is a Mark Goodson, Bill Cotton production. In association with the NBC Television Network, this is Don Pardo speaking.
I've Got a Secret, presented by Winston, the cigarette that changed America's mind about filter smoking. Winston tastes good, like a cigarette should. Now, Winston Filter Cigarettes bring you America's #1 panel show, I've Got a Secret, starring Gary Moore.
Gee, thank you very much for your wonderful applause. I might say that it is almost amounted to an ovation, and I'm very proud that you think enough of me and of our panel members to give me that kind of a reception when the show first starts. And I'm particularly happy that you're happy because I have one piece of news for you tonight that I didn't think you would be too glad about, which is that one of our panel members is not with us tonight. Faye Emerson is off on vacation. She'll be back in about 3 weeks. We are not quite sure. But I'm happy to say that to take her place on the show tonight, we have one of the great stars of motion pictures and of television, a very beautiful woman, a very dignified woman. Oh, she is. She's terribly dignified, and she's a very highly respected woman in her her trade. She is magnificent. I wouldn't lie to you. Everything I'm telling you is the truth. And she is a very well thought of mother and wife and a woman of great charm and great poise. And I know that you will be as thrilled as I am to know that it is none other than, I think over here, Miss Lucille Ball. You scared me. Miss Ball is in the East in connection with the opening of her motion picture, Forever Darling, and I promised to mention the name of the picture. So, Lucy, may I say that to me you are Forever Darling?
Well, thank you, Gary. And to me, you will always be forever, darling.
Thank you very much.
Oh, and you're forever, darling. And you're forever, darling.
That's enough, don't you think?
Oh, and you're forever,
That's enough.
darling.
No.
You are really forever, darling.
Let's go over and meet the Forever Darling panel, huh? Good. This is Bill Cullen, Lucy Ball, and Jane Meadows, and Henry Morgan, and in this,
Forever, darling.
and in this chair is Lucille Ball. That is our panel. Now then, with this frantic addition to our panel of four, let's then welcome our first guest on I've Got a Secret. Will you come in, please? Will you tell the panel, please, what your name is and where you're from?
Bertha Pierce, and I live in Olean, New York.
She is Mrs. Pierce, Miss Pierce, and she is from Olean, New York. Now, Miss Pierce, we will dispense with the rules tonight, and I'll ask you to whisper your secret to me so the folks at home can read. To help classify this secret panel, I will tell you that it is something that she made. M-A-D-E, made. And Lucy, I'm sorry, but we'd like to start with you. Something that she made.
I gotta start?
Somebody has to, you know, and you're pretty.
Oh, dear. Well, Miss Pierce, you said you were from Olean? Yes. Olean, New York? Yes. That's very close to my hometown, Jamestown, New York. I gotta ask her a question, huh? Well, what was the clue? What was the clue?
Something that she made.
Something that she made. What shall I ask her?
Ask her if it's something tangible.
Is it something tangible, Miss Pierce?
Say, that's a very good question. Is it something tangible? I think we have to say yes. It's something that you could, yes, it's something tangible.
Yes. Would it help if I knew what tangible meant?
Tangible is a small orange that grows on a...
Is it something, Miss Pierce, there's something you made, is it something found inside a house?
Yes.
Of course.
Is it something you made for yourself?
No.
Is it something I would come in contact with? Yes?
Yes, it is something you would come in contact with, yes.
Is it something I used recently?
Yes. It is.
Try tangible again.
Is it something pretty?
Yes.
Let's say that of its kind, it's a very nice looking one. I think that the whole classification, however, is not a thing of rare beauty. Sorry.
Something inside a house. Is it something that Desi would use?
Yes.
Sure. All right, we have lost $20.
What did I say? I say something wrong?
No, it'll... $20 down to $60 to go, and now we shift our attention to Bill Cullen. Bill?
So glad.
Miss Pierce, you made something tangible that Lucy used recently. Does this secret that you have, does it involve Lucy at all?
No.
Well, let's say partially. Partially she's involved. Will you buy that, Miss Pierce?
Yes.
All right, partially she's involved.
The secret involves part of Lucy. Does it involve, does it involve anyone else on stage?
Yeah?
Yes.
Me or I?
Yes.
Both of you.
Let me see, pardon me. Do you make something that is used by part of everyone?
Yes.
Are there any other people mentioned in this secret?
Miss Pierce, I think we have to say not by name, but there are other people inferred.
Did you make something for us?
These are tangible people, Lucy.
Oh. Did you make something for us tangible people on the panel? Something that we all use? Parts of us use it?
Yes.
I'd like to go for what part, but I'm no...
All right, there's $40 down and $40 to go, and we go to Lucky James Meadows. Now, Mary Suzanne, you're finding out what part.
But we haven't established, is this an article of clothing, Miss Pierce?
No.
Is this something that is worn, however?
No.
Is it something that's eaten?
No.
And it's something that's found in the home?
Yes.
Is it something that's sat on?
Yes.
Oh, that part.
Is it... Would it be in the cushion family?
In the cushion family? I don't think so, no.
Or would it be in the chair? Would it be something like a chair or a chair cover?
Ah, indeed.
Do you do upholstery?
No.
Huh?
But you, did you make these chairs we're sitting on?
That's it. This is kind of a fascinating story to show you how closely people watch television. Miss Pierce works at the Daystrom Furniture Company in Olean, New York, and she wrote in a letter to us saying that one night about 6 or 8 weeks ago, I think it was, we had a snake on the show. Remember, Jane?
Yes, very well.
And everybody jumped off their chairs. And Miss Pierce, watching at home, said, by golly, I think those are the chairs that I make. And she wrote us and asked us to please look on the bottom of the chairs and check the labels to see if they were made at the factory in Olean, and if you care to check after the show, or now, oh, Henry, why don't you check now?
Be delighted.
What's it say on the bottom of your chair? 6 7/8.
Daystrom Furniture, Franklin Street, Olean, New York.
And that's it.
I read good, huh?
Yeah, you read real good. Thank you very, very much for being with us tonight. I want you to have this carton of Winston's and, of course, the money that you won, although not too much. And a great deal of pleasure having you with us. Goodbye. And now I would like to read you a letter that I got the other day, and this came from a lady in Raritan, New Jersey, and this kind of tickled me. She says, Dear Gary, I watch television, but I do it differently than most people. I watch the commercials and go out to the kitchen during the rest of the show. I like your Winston commercials, but I think they should have more action. For instance, Buster Crabbe swims across a pool, then comes out to tell everybody about his wonderful waterproof wristwatch. Duke Snyder hits a home run, and then goes into the clubhouse and starts shaving. Why can't you do something like that? Well, I'll tell you, I have taken this lady's letter to heart, and tonight we are going to do an athletic-style commercial, if you will forgive me. Friends, during a tough game of Potsy, I always stop and light a Winston cigarette. I find it improves my aim and keeps me from stepping on the crack. Yes, friends, Winstons make me hop good, like a Potsy player should. But let's assume for the nonsense you are not a Potsy player, and if you're not, of course, you've missed half your life. Let's assume that you just smoke cigarettes because you like to smoke cigarettes. Well, then Winston is the cigarette for you, too. Winston is fun to smoke because it's the cigarette that brought flavor back to filter smoking. As a result, and hear this, in less than 2 years on the market, Winston is America's #1 filter cigarette. Its growth has been just wild, phenomenal. Now, obviously, there's got to be a reason why more people buy Winston's than any other filter cigarette, and the reason is Winston's taste good like a cigarette should. And thanks for letting me bend your ear. Now then, I would like to go over and personally escort our next guest on the show tonight. Now then, sir, will you tell our panel, please, let's get in a little closer. Not for poignancy. There we go. Will you tell our panel, please, what your name is and where you're from?
My name's Samuel J. Seymour. I'm from Maryland.
This is Mr. Seymour from Maryland. And we brought Mr. Seymour all the way up from Maryland, and by golly, he got in a hotel and fell down the steps and gave himself a shiner. And we urged him not to come on the show tonight, as a matter of fact, and finally got in touch with his doctor, and the doctor said it was up to Mr. Seymour. Mr. Seymour said he wouldn't miss it. So here he is. I'm feeling the time very well. Mr. Seymour, how old are you, by the way, sir?
96.
96 years old. Now, sir, if you'll whisper your secret to me, I'm sure the folks at home would like to know what it is. Well, now, to help pacify his secret, I will tell you it concerns something that he witnessed. And Bill Cullen, we'll start with you. Something that he saw happen.
This thing that Mr. Seymour saw, does it have historical significance?
Does this have historical significance, Mr. Seymour? I would say yes, wouldn't you, sir?
No.
Mm-hmm.
I can't hear him very good. You have to tell me what it is.
Yeah, there's quite a distance between our desks here. Let's all speak up, huh?
Does it have political significance?
It had political significance at the time.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, if you're 96, that would make Mr. Seymour born in 1860.
Henry's such a mathematician.
Yeah, he's been writing over there all the time. This thing, did it have anything to do with the Civil War, Mr. Seymour?
No, it had not to do with the Civil... Well, let's say indirectly it was concerned with the Civil War.
Did it
answer?
Did it concern a famous person in American history? Very well-known person.
Did it concern a famous person, Mr. Seymour? Yeah. Yep.
Would it help me to know who this person was?
He wants to know if it would help him to know who this person was, and he has to know who that is, yes.
Did this man hold political office?
Did this man hold political office, sir? Yes. $20 down and $60 to go, and we go to Jane Meadows.
Mr. Seymour?
Henry is being his usual helpful self by whispering to Jane, McKinley.
I'm not listening. Mr. Seymour, would this person have ever been President of the United States?
Was he ever president, this man?
Oh, I think he was once.
Would it have been Abraham Lincoln?
It was Abraham Lincoln, yes.
You witnessed something to do with Abraham Lincoln. Was this a pleasant thing?
Was it a pleasant thing you saw, sir?
Not very pleasant, I don't think. I'm
No.
scared to death, so.
You didn't know he was scared to death?
Would it have had anything to do with the President Lincoln's death, by any chance?
Unfortunately, yes.
Did Mr. Seymour witness the shooting of President Lincoln?
We found out about Mr. Seymour through a recent article in the American Weekly, and it said, "I saw Lincoln shot." And this article is by Samuel J. Seymour, and it goes on to say that Mr. Seymour was 5 years old at the time. He had been taken to Ford's Theater by some good friends, and the curious thing was that when he was in this youth, 5 years of age, when he saw Booth jump from the box to the stage, at which time he broke his leg, his only concern was not for the president, because he didn't realize that the president had been shot, but the poor man who fell out of the balcony. And that's all of his memory is of going to the theater and seeing a man fall out of the balcony. Sir, it's been a great joy and you might say an honor to have you are, by the way, the only living witness of that tragic event. And we are certainly going to forfeit the complete $80 to you just for your courage in coming here to see us tonight. Oh. And I told him before the show, I said, I'm going to give you a carton of Winston's, and Mr. Seymour said, I don't smoke cigarettes. So he smokes a pipe. So we have crossed the bounds tonight. We're giving him a can of Prince Albert pipe tobacco instead. You all talk to each other. I'll tell you what. It's time anyhow to take in our Winston movie for tonight. It's got a corny plot, I warn you, but there is a certain freshness and good taste with all. Now, sir, you come.
Couple of hamburgers and 2 coffees, 1 black.
Better get some more cigarettes, dear.
Oh, miss, will you bring us 2 packs of Winston's, please?
You know, I see more people smoking Winston
Sure. Winston's taste good.
like a cigarette should.
Winston, filter cigarette, easy going, filter cigarette. Winston's new red king size 2 brings flavor back to you. Winston, tastes real good, good simple like a cigarette should. Brings real flavor back to you. Try a pack of Winston.
Winston is the cigarette that changed America's mind about filter smoking. Winston brings you a filter that really works, lets you draw so easily and enjoy that real tobacco flavor. Yes, Winston gives you finer flavor in a filter cigarette that's easy drawing. Try king-size Winston. Winston tastes good, like a cigarette should.
Well, now, friends, I really haven't... I really don't have the proper words to introduce our special guest for tonight, Lucy. We've written an introduction, please. Would you read this to introduce our guest?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yes, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, I've got a secret now. Presents a man who has thrilled millions with his magnificent and superb bongoing of the bongo drums and his inimitable renditions of Cuban Pete and Babalu, the toast of 3 continents, an entertainer without peers in the annals of American showmanship, a serious actor whose sensational performances have brought tears to the eyes of millions of women and have made strong men sob like babies. A great comedian. And above all, a great producer. And if you don't believe he's a great producer, I got 2 little Arnazzes at home to prove it. Pickers of the guitar. A former vocalist was Xavier Cugat, a one-time taxi driver and birdcage queener in Miami, Florida. A fine man, an excellent showman.
Desiderio Alberto Arnaz Ideacha III. Thank you. I love you, lovely people. We have so much fun watching you all the time.
Oh, good. So listen, Pat, we've got an awful lot to do, and Desi and I have things to talk about. We want you all to get lost temporarily. You'll find a small, dark, damp closet outside. And meanwhile, Desi and I will talk. What do we talk about? Why don't we talk about your picture?
Oh, that's a very good idea.
When does it open here in New York?
It opens here tomorrow, Lowell State.
Are you and Lucy are going to go down and do a personal appearance? What's the picture?
Yeah, we're going to be there about 1:40 in the afternoon, then we're going to be there at 8 o'clock tomorrow night.
Boy, I would hate to be the usher in charge of keeping everybody in line.
Well, I hope you're right.
Now then, the panel is out. How about telling us, what is your secret for tonight?
Well, Gary, you know, Lucy's been playing tricks on me all these years.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
On television, so I thought I'd like to play a little trick on her tonight.
Good.
If it's all right with you, I told the rest of the panel what the secret was.
Oh, the other 3 know the secret.
Yeah, the other 3 know. Everybody knows about Lucy. So that they're going to kind of eliminate themselves out of the deal. You know. They're going to pass, you see.
Oh.
And then Lucy's going to be stuck with the whole...
He's living an evil, husbandly love of this whole thing. Let's get the panel back in, then we'll find out what Desi's secret is. And you folks in New York, you be sure to get on the Lowe's State there tomorrow. Would you care to have a Winston cigarette? You won't have to unless you would like to smoke one.
Thank you very much. Pleasure.
All right. So, as soon as we get the panel back in, we will play our game. Sir. Thank you. All right, panel. I'll tell you what. This concerns something that Mr. Oh, first of all, I didn't tell you the secret. So, Desi, you whisper the secret to me, huh? It concerns something that Desi does, and we'll start with Bill Cullen, please.
Cut it out, Bill. Oh. Mr. Ernest, this is the kind of thing you might be apt to do for a living. Yes. I don't want to go on with this any longer. May I disqualify myself, please, Desi?
Yes.
I disqualify.
All right. All right, Desi.
Why?
$20 down, and with this money.
Why does he disqualify himself?
Because he just lost interest in the whole
there
thing,
you
that's all.
This is so simple, I guess.
Oh,
Let's
because
go to
you
Jane
think it's
Meadow.
so simple?
Yeah.
What he does for a living.
Let's go to Jane Meadow.
Are you up to me? Desi, is this something the audience also does?
Yes? Also?
This is too easy. I disqualify myself.
Oh.
All right, Jane, you're welcome to do so.
That's $40 down. Then we go to Henry. You're all of what?
Oh, well, if this is, I ain't as stupid as I say. If this is something both Daisy does and you're as stupid as I say?
Yeah.
Me.
Simple. I
If
don't
it's
know.
that simple, well, honey, we'll find out in a minute. I think I got a clue. I disqualified myself.
$60 down, and Lucy, you're on. It's up to you now to uphold the honor of the panel.
Is it something tangible? Something tangible?
I don't think so. I don't think it's... What does it mean?
Yeah, it's something he does for a living.
I would disqualify that answer, wouldn't you, actually?
Well, I was trying to throw him a back curve there at the beginning. We'll disqualify that answer, yeah.
Yes, he does not do this for a living. He does it of his nature. He does it because he likes
He
to.
just does it because he likes to.
Yeah.
That's correct. It should be very obvious, honey. Everybody knows what it's all about. I don't see why you don't know it.
Yes, I know, but they've played this game before. I don't know how to answer the question.
Why do you come and sit on a panel if you don't know how to act? I mean,
Because you told me to.
I told you to come and plug the picture, not to make a fool of yourself. Play the game, that's some
Well,
question.
if
Come on,
I
dear.
plug the
There's a lot of
picture, if I
millions
happen to
of
make
people
a
that
fool of
watch this
myself in
game,
the
you
middle
know.
of it, I can't help it. Forever, darling, forever, darling, forever,
Now,
darling.
you did that already. Now play the game. Be smart now. Up, up, everybody up. That's it now.
Something, what? What is it, girl? You don't make a living that way? Is it something soft and furry? What do you think something
Frangible.
frangible? No. What is it? What do you say?
It's not tangible, so it can be soft
Oh,
and
it's
furry.
not tangible. Is it something, he has a secret, and it's something not tangible, and it's something,
That I love to do.
that you love to do.
That's right.
Intangible.
That's right.
I Love Lucy?
Wow, what did I say? Something I love to do.
Yeah, well.
Have I got time to read a short wire, Alan? This, Lucy, and Des, you don't know about this either. This wire came to me today, and I was hoping we'd have time to get it on. It was addressed to me here at the theater, and it's signed General Mark Clark. It says, being an old friend of the Heart Cause, you will be interested to know that Lucille Ball and Desi Arnaz have been doing outstanding work for the Heart Fund for the past 3 years. As national co-chairman of Heart Fund Volunteers, they have just completed coast-to-coast tour, stimulating Heart Fund campaign activities in city after city. Giving so much impetus to the rapidly accelerating fight against heart disease, they certainly deserve whatever recognition you might find it possible to give them on I've Got a Secret for their splendid contributions to the Heart Fund in time and in energy. And I might say that these are two people who have a great deal of energy but very little time, because they are the busiest two people I know. It's been a great joy having you both with us. Thanks, Doc. I would like also on my own to put in a plug for Crusade for Freedom. When you send your truth dollars to Crusade for Freedom so that the truth may be carried behind the Iron Curtain, there's a very great scarcity of it over there, of the truth, that is. Great scarcity of money, too. Just send your money to the Crusade for Freedom in care of your local post office. And so until next week, then, this will be Gary Moore saying bye-bye for the whole gang. Be very kind to each other, will you? And goodbye out there.
I've Got a Secret is brought to you each week, this time by Winston, the filtered cigarette that tastes good, like a cigarette should. Travel arrangements for I've Got a Secret are made through United Airlines. United Airlines flies our contestants and fast to you DC-7 mainliners.
Here's wonderful news for smokers who prefer a king-size cigarette without a filter. New king-size Cavalier is here in a bright new pack. Cavalier tastes great, and the smoke feels as good as it tastes. Try Cavalier. It's the king-size smoke with a king-size...
Horse, of course, and no one can talk to a horse, of course. That is, of course, unless the horse is the famous Mr. A. Go right to the source and ask the horse. He'll give you the answer that you endorse. He's always on a steady course. Talk to Mr. A.
Darn that horse.
Market drops 5 points. I'm glad my money's tied up in hay. Oh, morning, Wilbur.
Never mind that. I'm tired of you beating me to the morning paper. I like to read it with my eggs.
I like to read it with my hay.
But when you get finished with the paper, nobody else can look at it.
Say, Wilbur, get a load of this story. Here at the bottom of the page in the corner.
Little old lady leaves cat $50,000. Oh, that's silly.
What do you mean, silly?
What's a cat gonna do with $50,000?
Well, he won't have to chase mice in his old age.
That's true. He could buy himself 40 or 50 cows, have a lifetime supply of milk.
That cat's got security, which is more than I've got.
Well, if it'll make you feel any better, if anything happens to me, Carol will take care of it.
Yeah, suppose she marries a horse hater.
Oh, she will. Carol only marries nice people.
Wilbur.
What?
Am I mentioned in your will?
Now, wait a minute there. No horse gets better care than you do. You get the finest hay, the best carrots, and something else. Last night I went out and I spent $5 on you for these special mineral tablets. Supposed to be good for your coat.
Well, I'm not worried about my health. It's your health I'm worried about.
Come on.
No, thanks. I'm a horse, not a guinea pig.
Carol finds out I've wasted $5 on these, she'll kill me.
And then marry that horse hater.
She will not marry a horse hater.
Hi.
Hi. Ed, I've changed my mind. I've decided to see a lawyer and get a will drawn up so that you'll be taken care of.
Oh, that's swell. You planning to leave something for your wife, too?
You feel more secure now?
Yeah, maybe I won't be a wealthy cat, but I won't be a starving horse.
Before I go, how about trying one of these mineral pills, huh?
Oh, Wilbur, I don't want that junk.
I hate to waste them. They're so expensive.
Then you eat them.
Carol is right. I pamper you too much.
Yeah. Oh, Wilbur.
Yeah?
I don't know how much you plan to leave me, but remember one thing.
What?
That cat got 50,000.
All right, Mr. Post. Now that we've listed your assets, let's get on with the provisions of your will. I assume you wish to leave the bulk of your estate to Mrs. Post?
That's right. I'd also like to provide for the care of Mr. Ed.
Mr. Ed, a relative?
No.
Friend?
Well, did you read in the paper this morning where this little old lady left her cat $50,000?
Oh, yes. You know, someone is sure to contest that will. Anyone that would leave that much money to a dumb animal must be, shall we say, would you agree?
Huh? Oh, yes.
Now then, Mr. Ed, how shall we describe his relationship to you?
Well, you better just put down there friend.
Friend. And, how do you want to provide for him?
Food. I'd like him to have a lifetime supply of carrots, oats, and barley.
He's a vegetarian?
Fanatically. I'd also like you to put a little money aside to keep him in shoes.
I understand. Shoes, clothing.
Just shoes. He doesn't wear clothes.
No clothes?
Just a blanket.
Oh, I see. He's an Indian, eh?
No, Palomino.
Mr. Ed is a horse?
Yes. And I know this may sound peculiar, Mr. Deedley, but there are several other provisions I'd like included in the will.
Yes, Mr. Post?
Well, first, his TV set must be kept in good working order.
Your horse has his own TV set?
Well, my wife won't let him in the house to watch with us.
She won't?
Can't blame her. Horse doesn't belong inside a house.
Of course not.
He's much happier where he is, in my office. Well, it's really a corner of the barn that I converted.
I see. Will there be anything else, Mr. Post?
No.
Well, I think I have all the necessary information. Now you'll just have Mrs. Post come down here.
Oh, no, I don't want my wife to know anything about this. You see, she feels that I'm overly attached to my horse.
Whatever gave her that idea?
You know women.
Yes. Well, now, before my secretary types this up, let's just review these notes. I, Wilbur Post, being of sound mind, and not being actuated by any duress, menace, fraud, undue influence.
Well, Ed, it's all finished. I just made out my will.
Good. Who'd you name as executor?
Executor?
You know, the one who hands out the loot.
Oh, Addison.
Oh, Wilbur, he hates me. That's like cutting me off without one red carrot.
Wait a minute, Ed. You may not like Roger, but when the chips are down, he's a perfectly gentle and honest man.
Yeah? Name me one animal lover who had a mustache.
Theodore Roosevelt.
Please, he was cruel to horses.
Theodore Roosevelt?
Well, sure. Why do you think they called him a Rough Rider?
Will you stop worrying? I tell you, Roger Addison is a perfectly honest man. You'll get all the food that's coming to you.
Yeah, with him dishing out my hay, I'd hire a food taster.
What do you want me to do?
Call the lawyer. Tell him when you named Addison it was temporary insanity.
And tell me, who do you want as executive?
Well, I I know somebody who's fair, honest, and completely trustworthy.
Yeah, who?
Me.
Seahorse.
Please, Mr. Sweeney, my husband's home today.
Mr. Sweeney.
Oh, Wilbur! I thought it was the milkman.
Still think it's the milkman?
No. That was more like the butcher.
Here, you Jezebel.
Why all this sudden affection?
Well, honey, I've been thinking, if something should happen to me and you should marry again, what sort of man would you marry?
Someone like you. Tall, dark, sophisticated, with a French accent.
I'm serious, Carol.
Wilbur, what brought all this on?
Well, I mean, we got to be realistic, you know. A man's got to provide for his loved ones.
Oh, Wilbur, really?
Well, I mean, I've been thinking, if something should happen to me, who would take care of Mr. Ed?
Ed? You mean who would take care of me?
Well, Ed and you. You and Ed. What I mean is, if something should happen to me, would you take care of Ed? That's what I mean.
Are you all right?
Oh, I'm fine. Just promise me one thing. You won't marry a horse hater.
Oh, that I promise. Well, let's have breakfast. Oh, hi, honey. Where have you been all morning?
Oh, out on business. Wow. It's time for Ed's lunch. Carol, how about you feeding him?
Me?
Yeah, well, I think you ought to get used to feeding him.
Why?
Oh, that way, you can both get to know each other better.
Oh, Wilbur, please. I'm too busy to feed Mr. Ed.
I wish you'd take an interest in him, Carol. You could give him love, security.
All right. Get me some steel wool and I'll knit him a pair of horseshoes.
Don't joke about it, Carol. Ed needs you. Why, if something ever happened to me, you can get married. Ed couldn't.
Have you got your clothes ready yet, Carol? My little doll is going to drive us down to the cleaners.
Oh, thanks, Raj.
It's only fair. She's been taking me to the cleaners for years.
Oh, Roger.
Can I help you with those?
Oh, thank you.
Where's Wilbur? I haven't seen him all morning.
He's feeding Ed. Roger, I'm worried about him.
Why? Is anything wrong?
Well, I don't know. Roger, you're his best friend. Is he all right?
Of course. Physically, he's fine. Of course, mentally, that's a different
Oh,
story.
stop being such a clown. Can't you see she's worried?
Believe me, my dear, you've nothing to worry about. I'm sure that Wilbur is in perfect health.
I guess I'm worrying about nothing. Actually... What's this?
My goodness. Look at the size of that pill.
I've seen smaller bowling balls.
Wilbur's never taken a pill in his life. Why has he been hiding this from me?
Oh, they're probably just vitamin pills.
Has he complained about feeling sick lately?
No, on the contrary. Last night, he took me dancing and then for a moonlight ride on the beach. Oh, he hasn't been so romantic since our honeymoon.
Come on, doll. Open up for Mommy.
Come on, Kate, cut that out.
Well, there goes my moonlight ride.
Don't look so grim, Carol. As Kay says, I'm sure these are only vitamin pills.
Well, of course, sweetie. If there was anything wrong with Wilbur's, you'd know it.
Oh, that's right. If it hadn't been for you two, I'd be a nervous wreck.
As long as your mind is at ease, my dear.
Oh, excuse me. Hello? Hello. Is Mr. Post in? No, this is Mrs. Post. Is there any message? Yes, please. I'm calling for your husband's attorney. Mr. Dealey left town, and he asked me to inform Mr. Post that his will would be ready for notarization this Monday.
What's the matter, honey?
Wilbur made out a will. without telling me.
Oh, now there you go again, Carol. Just because your husband has been talking morbidly and made out a will and carries around a few pills. Courage, my dear.
Yeah, that tickles. Watch my mole.
You're feeling more secure now you know you're mentioned in my will, huh?
You're all heart, Wilbur, and I want you to know something.
What is it?
If I should go first, everything I own goes to you.
Well, that's very kind of you, but I look kind of silly walking around with horseshoes in a saddle.
I wish I could leave you something, Wilbur.
Oh, yes. You'll be leaving me wonderful memories of a horse that is faithful and kind.
Oh.
A true friend and a pal. There'll never be another horse like you, Ed. What's wrong?
I'm not even gone, and I miss me already.
Oh, Ed. I gotta go. We're having dinner tonight at the Addisons.
Now remember, I expect you to be brave. Now let's all smile, pretend to be gay. Wilbur, come in.
Sorry I'm late, Raj.
Oh, think nothing of it, old boy. Go ahead, the girls are waiting for you.
Boy, what a beautiful night. Why are you all smiling?
Addison just told us a very funny joke.
Oh, yeah, I heard a very funny joke today. It seems this farmer came out from the east, and he was a little confused by the change of time, you see. So he woke up one morning 3 hours early and started to milk the cow while the cow was still asleep. Suddenly, the cow woke up and said, "Thank heaven it's you. I thought I was being robbed." No, I heard the joke. I thought I'd die.
Oh, Wilbur, please.
Wilbur, I'm going to the doctor tomorrow for my annual checkup. How about coming along with me?
Why, are you scared of doctors?
No, I just like company.
Well, now that the cans are all opened, shall we have dinner?
Yes. Oh, pardon me. Hello? Yes, he's here. Wilbur, it's for you. Hold it just a minute.
Thanks, Raj. Hello?
Roger, I can't stand it. I'm going to ask him what's wrong with him.
Yeah, maybe she should. You'll never get Wilbur to your doctor.
No, but maybe I can get my doctor to come to him.
But, Roger, you heard him. Wilbur would never submit to an examination. Not if he's trying to hide something from me.
He'll never even know that he's being examined by a doctor.
Well, how in the world are you going to do that?
Dr. Reynolds happens to be an excellent golfer. I'll introduce him as a golf instructor. Now leave everything to me.
Carol?
Oh, hi, Kay.
Has the doctor...
Golf pro. Where's Wilbur?
Upstairs, changing to his golf clothes. He's so excited about this lesson he thinks he's taking.
Oh, now, my dear, remember, you promised to be brave.
Yes, there's no sense in worrying, Angel. The doctor might... I mean, the golf pro might find he's not so sick after all.
Kay, why don't you wait outside, huh?
Edson, I promise you, I won't say a word. That's the doctor.
Why don't you wait out on the patio, loose lips? I'll get it. Hello, John.
Raj, how are you?
Come in. He's upstairs. John Reynolds, Mrs. Carol Post.
How do you do?
How do you do?
You have a lovely home.
Thank you.
And my wife, Kay.
How do you do? My husband tells me that you're one of the finest doctors. I'll be out on the patio.
Roger, I'm only doing this out of friendship for you and to relieve Mrs. Post's anxiety.
Oh, and I appreciate it so much.
Well, now, you understand, I can't give your husband a thorough physical examination this way.
We realize that, John. Just checking for the major symptoms. Later, we'll get him to your office for a complete checkup.
Honey, is the golf pro here yet?
Yes, Wilbur is here.
I'll wait outside.
Hi, Wilbur. Hi. Wilbur Post?
John Reynolds, how do you do?
Hello, John. Boy, this is a real treat for me. Roger's been telling me how much you've improved his game.
Well, he's been a very apt pupil. Now, if you'll just sit down and watch, I'll demonstrate the proper stance.
Okay.
You are. Now, the most important thing in getting a good smooth stroke is to pivot your knee correctly.
Which knee?
That one. Oh, that's fine, fine. Now, you take the club because I want to check your grip.
Oh, all right.
There we are. Right hand first. There we are. Good. Now, nice grip, firm but gentle. That's it. Now, what did you say your golf score is?
99.
What was that?
99.
Louder, please.
99.
Fine, fine.
What's fine?
Your grip. Oh. Now, let's see about those shoulders. They must be straight, you know. Oh, try not to tick it. Yeah. Now, let's see. No tenseness, no tenseness. Now, let's see. Would you take a deep breath for me, please?
Deep breath?
Oh, yes. It's very important, you know, just before you hit the ball to hold your breath.
Gets the power.
Power, that's right. Power. Now, would you breathe for me? Let it out. That's fine. Very good. Now, let's see. We'd better check on your backswing, I think. Okay. Let me help you here. There we go. Up slowly, slowly. There we go. Now, when you get to the top of the swing, it's very important to pause.
How long?
5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good, good. Very good.
Somebody could have played through.
Yeah. Now, let's see. We've taken care of your backswing. Now, we'll attend to the downswing in a minute, but first, I want to check your sense of balance. Would you close your eyes, please, and hold your hands out in front of you?
I never had a lesson like this before.
You never will again. Listen to him, Wilbur. Listen to him. He took 6 strokes off my game.
Would you close your eyes, please?
Yeah.
Hands out in front of you.
All right.
Have you got your eyes closed?
Yes.
There? Yeah, all right. Now, let's see. We'll check this balance here. Seems to be all right there. That's fine.
Is this for the grip or the swing?
Everything. Everything. Covers
Overall.
everything. Yeah. Let's see. Yes, I think you're doing just fine.
Good.
Make a good go. Oh, eyes closed.
Sorry, I thought you were finished.
No. Hold your hands out. Now, would you lift your right leg for me, please?
Lift my leg?
Yes, lift your leg. Keep your eyes closed, hands out, leg up. There we are. Very good. Yeah, it's all right.
This is the strangest golf lesson.
Yes, well, you can't teach a man to line up a putt properly unless he's got good peripheral vision. Yeah, looks fine, fine.
Excuse me. Hello?
Wilbur, that golf pro is really a doctor.
He is?
You wouldn't go for a checkup, so they're bringing the checkup to you.
Oh. Well, thank you for the call.
They had me terribly worried with that doctor. You ought to teach them a lesson.
I think you're right. And I will. Goodbye, Mr. Jackson.
Huh?
Well, where were we?
Wilbur, what is the matter with you?
Well, nothing.
Huh?
I always get these nervous attacks when I worry.
What do you worry about?
Getting these nervous attacks.
Tell me, how long have you had these attacks?
Oh. Just since I fell off my horse.
Huh? You never told me you fell off a horse.
Well, I didn't really fall off it. I fainted.
Do you get these attacks often?
Oh, only when my wife isn't around. I don't like to worry her. Haven't got time now, honey. Got to continue with our golf lesson. How about a little putting practice, Doctor?
Look, I'm sorry. You knew it all the time, didn't you?
Oh, of course. Golf pro. With those bloomers, you got MD written all over you. And terrible. I mean, that was a pretty sneaky way of getting a man examined.
But you're sick, and you're...
Wait. What Whatever gave you the idea that I am sick?
Well, that will you made out and those pills I found in your pocket.
Honey, those pills are for Ed, and so is the will.
For Ed?
Excuse me, who is Ed?
Ed is my horse.
You made out a will to your horse?
Well, it's no stranger to making out a will to a cat.
Roger, let's get on with the examination. You hold him.
A horse is a horse, of course, of course, and this one will talk to his horse. You never heard of a talking horse? Well, listen to this. I am Mr. Ed.
I certainly am. She's my girlfriend, and that burns me up.
Direct from Hollywood, Plymouth, star of the Forward Look, and the Plymouth Dealers of America present The Betty White Show with Del Moore and Jimmy Boy. And here she is, Betty White.
Well, I guess that's a good way then to tell you the Tonight Show is all about the green-eyed monster. Have you ever found yourself being jealous in spite of yourself? Well, Lydia Franklin did. Didn't you, Johnny Jacobs?
Oh, she so most certainly did, Betty. Matter of fact, the night that Betty is referring to started out just like any other night. Now, this is the home of Willard and Lydia Franklin. This is Willard. He's just discovered that he got some important papers at the office, and this is his wife, Lydia. She's just preparing to sit down to read a magazine. As I said, this started out like any other evening. Just you wait. I left those stupid papers in that stupid desk in that stupid office again.
Why did you call your stupid secretary?
That's exactly what I'm going to do. Don't give any of that routine about how come you know your secretary's phone number at home.
And getting jealous of the secretary just isn't done anymore. It's corny. Aside from your description of her, I don't think I have too much to worry about. Lumpy little thing.
Incidentally, if your mother answers the phone, please say something to get me out of it. This one is the original long playing. Hello, Ruthie. Oh, hello, Mrs. Gateson. Mrs. Gateson, I left some important papers at the office, and I was just wondering if your daughter lumbago can be very painful. Here we go. Oh, no, of course, I agree with you that lumbago should be in the back. Yes. Say something. Oh, no, I had it. Yes, it's all behind me now.
Willard, the parakeet got out of his cage.
Parakeet's out of the cage. I'm going to have to hang up now. You what? There's nothing to worry about, Mrs. Gateson. We'll catch the bird. Don't worry about it.
Get the net.
What you started? She wants to know what the name of the parakeet is. Rover.
We're trying to fool the cat.
Listen, will you call me to dinner?
Dinner's ready.
Oh, Mrs. Gateson, the wife is coming to dinner. I've got to run. Bye-bye. But I've got to get those papers. I'll get my coat. I've got to go down to the office.
Yes, hello. It's Mrs. Franklin. I'm Ruthie, Willard's secretary. Oh, no, you're not. Well, come on in.
Ruthie, tell me you brought the papers?
Yes.
You did. I might have known. My God, there's a lot more work here than I thought. It's
It certainly is. No, Will. This is the secret's right here. He's excited. Isn't it cute? Adorable. Now, let me do it. You shouldn't mess him up like this. You have no idea how heavy-handed he can get. Oh. Here you go. Jenny.
No.
Yes. Yes. Jennings.
What did old blubber lips have to say this time?
They won't repeat. Who, Jennings?
Jonathan Jennings.
Jonathan T. Jennings. Don't forget the T. What does the T stand for? Do your imitation of him for Linda. Lydia. What does the T stand for?
Here's Jonathan T. He says, Mr. Franklin, he says, you know how and Joel got out of the office is now trying to find some more of these binders for you. She gets such a kick out of that.
You boys start off.
Oh, no.
Oh, come on.
We're not.
Go ahead.
Well, all right. Not really a monster. I'm a sportsman. Wait until the housekeeper finds out there's another body in the laboratory.
You do this often? All the time. You know how silly he is. The best imitation he does for me is of a man taking a nap.
Oh, no, look at this.
Look at what? Oh, not again. Not what again?
Look, the next time you do all of the typing.
Yeah, not what again?
That schnook in the front office must have knuckles, just knuckles, that's all.
What schnook? We have a schnook in the front office. What schnook?
Only pleased with this business.
It looks like we have a schnook in the front room. Willard, I wasn't trying. It's best to leave him alone when he gets like this. Thank you. You know how he is. No, how is he?
Look, you girls gossip some other time. Correct that for me, would you?
All right, I better hurry. Oh, remind me to sew another button on that coat when we get to the office.
Dear. Are you all right, dear? Oh, brother.
Well, this mic won't go on.
This one just did over here. You know, it certainly seems funny having you call me anything but Mr. Franklin. Naturally, in the office, it's always Mr. Franklin.
Here you are. Ruby?
You know, it just occurred to me that we might have left her out in the cold a minute ago. After all, Lydia doesn't know old blubber lips. He's a salesman. His real name is Jonathan T. Jennings, and he sells those canvas binders. Office equipment. Fit people in a T stands for Thomas.
Now, there's a bullet. Thanks for the light, Linda.
Lydia. Her name is Lydia. You know that, Miss Gateson.
I should. He speaks of you often enough. I'm sorry, Lydia.
Hun, say you and I go out to a movie as soon as she's finished there. Oh, now look, honey, I don't know what's on your mind. I'm going through everything I can. Oh, honey, she sews buttons on everybody's coat. You know, we go to the office, little thumbs. That wasn't it.
Well, I guess that does it. I better hurry home now before Alfred gets there.
So swell.
Alfred's my fiancé. We're getting married next month. Will he tell you? No. That's the one thing about you he forgot to tell me. You know how he is. Yeah. Well, I better go. Thanks for coming over. Bye-bye. Come back soon. With Alfred.
Lydia.
What?
You know Willard's innocent. Don't let him sit there and suffer.
Mr. Franklin, come here. Come right here, right over here. Come on. Now show me an imitation of a man kissing his wife.
I'll be right with you here, Johnny Jason. But did you hear that our movie star friend Laurie Brighton is going on location for her latest picture?
Oh, yes, I heard that, Betty. As a matter of fact, Lori Python's newest picture is a saga of the great outdoors. And it's being shot in Nebraska. The movie location is miles from any town. And as a result, the cast and crew are billeted at this farmhouse. That's the owner of the farm, Widow Peterson. And that's her son, Sam. Now that is one of her plates. The visitors from Hollywood will be here any minute.
Oh, man, there goes another one.
Gosh, Mom, you're awful edgy.
Well, there movie people be here any minute. This place is a mess. And she could tell me that well.
Either that or the roosters at the crew.
You take them tennis sacks out of the bedroom?
Yep.
Chase all the hens out of the house?
Yep.
Take care of the leak in the roof?
Yep. Got a bucket right under.
That's my boy. Now, these are very important people, son. So mind your manners. We don't want to think they're with a bunch of hicks.
Don't worry about me, Ma. Even got my Sunday underwear on.
How do you do? I'm Mr. Barnett of Superstone Studios. Is everything ready?
Oh, yes, everything's spick and span. New curtains up, new linens on the bed.
And I got my Sunday underwear on.
Well, bully for you. I think it's only fair to tell you that our star is the queen of Hollywood. Therefore, she's inclined to be a little temperamental. So if you should have some darling.
Oh.
Well, isn't it?
It's lovely. Where's the main building?
No, this is your home for a week. I've arranged everything.
I see. Well, it's rustic, charming, quaint. You're fired.
Oh, it's only for a few days. May I present Mrs. Peterson?
Your Highness. I think we're going to get along just fine here after all. Now then, you may get up now. I can. I'm so thrilled. I do believe I'm your favorite fan. Oh, you can't be. I am. What is that? Who is this?
Oh, I'm the one they never tell jokes about, the farmer's son.
I'm sure it's not necessary to introduce your guest. We all know her as Hollywood's most lovable star.
Highness, Pickford. Dear boy, why don't you run out and play in the poison ivy?
He can't. He's wearing his Sunday underwear.
Gosh, you sure are pretty.
Oh, I'm not really. It's just an illusion caused by natural beauty. Can I take your coat?
I'll get it. Hey, Ma, look what they're doing with gopher skins.
Speaking of gopher, I sure could go for a good cool drink.
Frank Barnett, you ought to have a net thrown over you. You think that Lori Bright...
Lori, I know.
What do I smell cooking?
Oh, there's nothing cooking, ma'am.
What is that?
Oh, that's me. Got my hair slicked down with turkey fat.
I think I'm going to be ill.
Certainly. Don't you have some chores you can go do?
Nope, I'm all finished. Just got through swapping the hog.
Oh, can I use this? Over the teeth and past the gums. My specialty. Nothing sets a body up like a nice cool drink of turnip juice. Where's my room? Oh, right this way.
Don't be long, Miss Brighton. For me.
No. If you want me, the cameraman and I are sharing the bridal suite in the barn.
I don't care if you never come back.
And then, sir, is Miss Brighton there keeping company?
So why do you ask?
Well, I thought maybe she'd like to go along with me tonight on the big hair ride.
Oh, I'm sure she'd be delighted. Why else did she bring along her chinchilla Levi?
Isn't it exciting having a real live movie star in the house.
We haven't had this much excitement around here since we got the short circuit in the milking machine.
And the cow jumped over the moon.
Oh, hello, Mr. Peterson. Hello, Sam.
Hello.
Where is she? Who's Lori Brighton? Oh, she's dressing up for our date tonight. Lori Brighton, your date? But you're supposed to take me on that hayride. Please, you're just a child.
How could you?
Hey, watch it, you're bending my 4-H pin. Sam, only yesterday I walked into the barn and in the cow. You looked up and you said I was the prettiest thing you'd ever seen. Well, I was saying you was. Daniel Peterson, if you think I'm going to ride and turn around.
I've heard of feather beds, but this is ridiculous.
This is Alberta. She's always hiding from the rooster.
Here's Alberta's love life. I've looked all over and I can't find the powder room.
Oh, no wonder. You've been looking in the house.
Oh, never mind. Who is this little girl? What's the matter with her?
You know how children are. She's jealous of me and you.
What have we done? I haven't read the well all week.
Well, I was kind of hoping you'd go along with me tonight on the big hayride.
Oh, good heavens, another conquest. Some other time, Sonny.
Gee, Miss Brighton, you gotta go. Well, I have heard a song about you. Listen. When it's strawberry time on the prairie, I'll be getting rash with you.
Have you tried penicillin?
Monkey bar.
Forget about me. Champagne and turkey fat just don't mix.
Miss Brighton, you're beautiful and I'm nuts about you.
Why, you dear, sweet, adorable clod.
Gosh, you love with me too?
What?
Well, no one's ever called me a clod before. Now we can be married and we can move up on the North 40.
Married? Just a moment. I happen to already be in love with someone.
Really?
Why, there he is now. You met him when I came in tonight. I'm mad about him.
Lori, I know you're upset about this, but I've got to talk to you about a shooting schedule. Well, I've hardly been away.
Oh, darling, you'll never leave me alone again.
You can let me get that credit.
No, I'm not. Are you sure you didn't come back to bring a little joy to a woman who has nothing in the world but wealth and fame and beauty?
Lori, this is Frank.
Oh, Frank, I can just picture the two of us on that hayride.
Open your down!
I'm just mad at you if they don't propose me.
Hold on, well.
I can't wait for tonight.
Yeah, well,
Ma'am, it's a hayride. That stuff burns easy.
I can't wait. I love you. I'm mad about you.
You don't understand how he does it without turkey fat. Hollywood.
Ellie! Ellie!
What was that all about?
Well, if I do say so, that was quite a performance. Joanne Woodward. What are you doing down there? You look ridiculous.
Look, Lori, I don't know what you're up to, but I can't go on the hayride with you. I've already got a date.
You better not get wagon here. Come on, Frank. You want to get your feet. Oh, it's nice to have a man around the place again. Am I being left alone? Is Lori Brighton being deserted? Well, get yourself a date and come on along. Brenda, do you have a friend?
Becky, would you do me a favor?
What?
Come out and sing a song with me like we used to when I was young.
I love you, Grandpa. I tell you what, you could use a little more turkey.
Yeah, I'll go get it.
You know, the only trouble is I think you're still under the young, for this particular song, you may not quite get the message behind it. Try me. All right, I will. Why is the little brown bird on a flutter? Why does his little heart melt like butter? Why does the ladybird say, come here? Then give him the bird when he comes too near. Saying no, 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 with a no that sounds like yes. Sounds like you know what I mean. The little pollywog who turned to a frog beseeches his love on the old brown log to come follow him to his home on the boat. She turns away with a frog in her throat, saying no, 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 with a no that sounds like yes. Even all the girls. Oh, the ladies are in a terrible mess. Cause they want to say go, but they gotta say no with a no that sounds like yes. Oh, there are many. Tell me another story about a platypus. Platypus is a very rare duck. This is an honor which brings bad luck. And just when he's ready to pay a call, they can't find a lady platypus said all that. No, 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 with a no that sounds like yes. Well, even the poor old armadillo can't take his love back to his villa. Just when everything's going great, she locks herself in her armor plate, saying no, 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 with a no that sounds like I should say more. Don't be ridiculous. The ladies are in a terrible mess. Now they want to say go, but they gotta say no with a no that sounds like yes. I know a man who resembles me, who's very, very fond of a girl like me. And even though the troubles are just the same, she ties him up with the same old line, saying no, 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 with a no that sounds like yes. I'm tired. And though you won't tell me his name, that's that his and yours are the same. He knows he'll kiss her by and by, but she restrained him with a sigh, saying no, 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 with a no that sounds like yes. Oh, the ladies are in the terrible mess, 'cause they wanna say go, they gotta say no. With a no that sounds like uh-huh. Jim is a dime. You see why we've been having so much fun all week rehearsing? And believe me, those letters of yours don't hurt a bit either. When you write in and say what you particularly like on the show or what you particularly don't like, we appreciate just hearing from you and knowing your likes and dislikes. Incidentally, thanks for the nice things you've been saying about our friend Olga. We'll see you again next week, direct from Hollywood for the Plymouth Theaters of America. Until then, once more, it's time to sing that song again and say come on again until we say hello on our next show. It's time
We want to extend heartiest congratulations to TV Guide magazine on its 5th anniversary this week. Be sure to watch the Lawrence Welk Show.
Yes, sir. Oh, the tickets are selling for the benefit like hotcakes, sir. Yes, sir. Don't you worry about a thing, sir. Oh, I'll get those reports to you as soon as I finish them, sir. Yes, sir. Goodbye, sir. Aren't those reports finished yet?
Oh, which one, sir? You gave me so many.
The Gordon report.
Oh, no, sir, they're not ready.
Well, I thought you were taking them home with you last
Well,
night.
I did take them home last night, Mr. Mooney, but I didn't work on them.
Well, I hope they enjoyed the visit.
The reason I didn't work on them last night is because I was on the phone for hours trying to sell the tickets for the bank benefit. When I finally got to bed, I talked in my sleep.
A likely story. How do you know you talked in your sleep?
Because when I woke up this morning, I found out I had sold myself 10 tickets.
You can't afford 10 tickets.
I know.
Will you sell them to someone you take.
No, I don't need
No,
it.
no, I never neglect anything. What do I do when I have extra work?
You give it to me.
I do not.
Oh,
Now, I want to see all of the weekly statements, and Mr. Cheever is waiting for the Gordon report.
Yes, sir.
Oh, did you type up those letters I dictated this morning?
Oh, no, sir, not yet, sir.
What do you do with your time?
Honestly. Oh, you frightened me. What are you doing here, Mary Jane?
We had our lunch date, remember?
Oh, I forgot.
You forgot?
Yeah, well, I'm not sure I can go to lunch. I got so much work, honey. Maybe I can go for 15 minutes.
Listen, I tried to call you last night several times. Your line was always busy.
Yeah, I was on the phone until after midnight trying to sell tickets for the bank benefit. Oh, would you like to buy some tickets?
I already did.
Oh, that's right. I forgot.
Listen, you're getting very forgetful. And with all this work you've got to do, you have to sit up half the night selling tickets.
Well, Miss Mooney asked me to, and it's for a very worthy cause.
You're pushing yourself too hard. You're going to have a nervous breakdown.
Oh, Mary Jane, a nervous breakdown. That's a lot of poppycock.
That's just what my cousin said when I warned her.
When you warned what cousin about what?
My cousin Barbara. I warned her she was working herself into a state of nervous exhaustion. Poppycock, she said. Next thing we knew, she started having hallucinations.
What kind of hallucinations?
The kind you have when you have a nervous breakdown.
Mary Jane, I never felt more calm, cool, and collected in my whole life. Now, if you... Oh, yes! Yes, Miss Mooney.
Have those weekly statements, please.
Yes, sir. Mr. Mooney's office. Oh, just a moment, please. It's for you, Mr. Mooney. Mr. Robert Bailey.
Oh, Bob Bailey. Yes, he's that friend of mine who's going to entertain at the bank benefit. Hello, Bob. Oh, no, look, Bob. I'm glad you called. I want to invite you to stay at my place while you're here, yeah? Yeah, we can reminisce about our college days. Boola, 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 boo. What? Max? Who's Max? Oh, you have a partner in your act now. Well, there's plenty of room at the house for you and your partner. Yes, my wife's out of town. She's attending the annual reunion of her commando troop. Yeah, you know the old saying, when the cat's away, the mice will play. Yeah. Well, why don't you meet me here at the office, then we'll go from here right to the house, eh? Right. Fine. I'll see you soon. Bye.
There are no statements this morning.
Yeah.
I still have a little work to do on them.
You haven't finished them yet?
Not quite.
Not quite?
Well, let me put it this way, sir. I haven't even started them yet.
Well, you better start out them before you start out the front door for the last time.
Yes, sir, yes.
Now, I want these finished so I can take them home over the weekend.
Well, don't worry, Miss Mooney. I'll have them finished. I'll work on them overtime at no expense to the bank, and I'll bring them over to your home.
Well, you see that you do.
Yes, I will. Honestly. You always tried to make a monkey out of me.
Oh, Lucy, you drive anybody crazy. Come on, honey, I'm starved.
Now, wait a minute. I gotta think of some things here. I gotta take these home. I've gotta finish these this afternoon. I gotta do the typing. Okay. Maybe I better take those with me. Maybe I can do some while I'm having lunch, and I think I'll take the tickets. Maybe I can sell some tickets. Mr. Mooney's office. Oh, I'm sorry he's not in. Oh, by the way, would you like to buy some tickets for the bank benefit? It's for a very worthy cause. You would? Oh, thank you. I just sold 2 more tickets. I forgot to ask.
Lucy, I'm very worried about you. Let's go have something to eat.
Right here with singer Bob Bailey's here. I'm back again. Mooney's baby, I'm here. Mooney's baby. Mooney's baby? Oh. Mooney. Ah, you move. I guess he's not here, Max. Come on in. Will you get a load of this layout, partner? Is this something? Oh, boy, he's really done all right since the old school days, old Mooney. I'll tell you what, Max, you sit here, wait for me. I'll see if I can find him, okay?
more tickets.
Too bad you didn't eat any, Sue.
Well, I was too busy. Gee, I was kind of worried. I thought I had 15 of these staples. I only could find 12.
Maybe you forgot and left them on Mr. Mooney's desk.
Mary Jane, for the last time, I am not forgetful, and I am not about to have a nervous breakdown, and I'm not about to have hallucinations. So relax, Doctor. Maybe I did leave them on his desk.
Come on, Max, you better stay with me.
Are you all right? Oh, hi, Mr. Mooney.
Mr. Mooney?
Yeah, what's the matter?
Nothing. Nothing. I just need a little drink of water, I think.
They are Mooney, baby.
See you, boy.
I can never remember the second word. I got a surprise for you. I want you to meet my new partner, Max.
Wonderful. Good luck.
Max, come on and meet your old friend.
We made
That's Max, the greatest partner I ever had.
You know, but he's a monkey.
Well, that's why he's a great partner. Works for peanuts. Relax, Mooney. He's gentle as a lamb and smart as a whip. Well, he's almost human. But there you are, you see. You gotta be almost human to be a vice president of a bank, don't you?
Look, I told Mr. Cheever all about you.
All right.
He's very anxious to meet you, so let's go into his office, shall we?
Cool it, Max. I'll be right back and take you to lunch. No, we can't go to the Brown Derby. You're not wearing a tie.
You all right, honey?
Yeah, I feel a lot better.
You know, Lucy, I've been thinking, I know you don't believe this, but you really are working too hard. Now, just to be on the safe side, why don't you call my cousin psychiatrist?
A psychiatrist? Mary Jane, that's ridiculous. Now, I'm perfectly all right, and I don't need a psychiatrist. Honestly. Gee. Mary Jane, how do you spell psychiatrist with a P or an S? Huh? How do you say it? How do you...
Now, Mrs. Carmichael, just relax and tell me your problem in your own words.
Well, it's not my problem, Doctor. It's my friend's problem.
I see. Go on.
Well, my friend is secretary to a banker, a Mr. Mooney, and today she had an hallucination.
How did she know it was an hallucination?
Well, because every time my friend looked at her boss, she saw a monkey instead of Mr. Mooney. Would you call that an hallucination?
Yes. Yes, I would.
I was afraid you would.
Mrs. Carmichael, tell me about this banker who looks like a monkey to your friend.
Mr. Mooney, oh, he's enough to drive anybody crazy. Not that my friend is crazy, you understand, but she has been very overworked.
I assume she finds her boss a slight problem?
Slight? Spends his whole day raving and ranting and trying to make a monkey out of me.
Her.
Her?
Of course. That's what causes her hallucinations.
What?
Her subconscious is making a monkey out of Mr. Mooney before Mr. Mooney can make a monkey out of her.
Oh, for heaven's sake.
Her hallucination is based on fear.
On fear?
And the only way to fight fear is to face it.
You mean face Mr. Mooney?
No. Face this hallucination and look right through it. Once your friend realizes this man cannot make a monkey out of her, he'll stop looking like a monkey to her. And the hallucination ends. It's as simple as that.
Oh.
Face your fear, and it will disappear. The words of my favorite psychiatrist.
Freud?
No, me. Now, Mrs. Carmichael, if your friend will follow my advice, I'm sure that her hallucinations will disappear.
Oh, Doctor, I'm so grateful to you. Thank you so much.
Not at all.
I can't tell you how much I appreciate this. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Doctor,
Yes?
there's something I feel I must tell you.
What is it?
Well, I'm afraid this might come as a bit of a shock to you.
Well,
I'm the one who sees Mr. Mooney as a monkey.
you're kidding.
I knew you'd be stunned.
I just can't get over it. You mean you taught this animal to mix your martini?
Oh, sure. He makes them for me all the time.
Well, that's wonderful.
Not really. He usually puts in too much vermouth. No, Max, none for you. No. You always say that. Just one teensy little drink. Then you have so much you make a monkey out of yourself. Now, put that down and behave yourself. That's it. Now sit down next to Uncle Mooney. Mooney, baby, I want to thank you for one of the greatest days of my life. This has been so relaxing. It's been a long time. Max and I have been on the road for a year.
Well, I tell you, it's a joy having you here, Bob. You know that. I just can't get over this animal. That is the smartest creature I've ever seen.
He certainly is, and he's always trying to learn more.
Oh.
He just devours books.
Oh, now, come on. Now, don't tell me he reads books.
No, he eats them. That's a joke from our act.
Oh.
And I don't mind telling you, our act is getting pretty well known. We're billed as Bailey and Max.
Bailey and Max.
Not so loud. He thinks he's getting top billing. There you go, sweetheart. Easy. No tricks, Max. There you go.
What the... whoa, hey, come on, now, wait a minute. Look, will you tell your simian Socrates here to stop swinging on my banister?
I'm sorry, Mooney. He always climbs things when he gets hungry.
Oh, does he eat anything besides books?
He'll take a banana now and then.
Bananas, right. There's some in the kitchen.
That's
Come on, I'll show you where they are.
You cool it, Max, and I'll be right back with your dim-dim. How do I know if he's got any coconuts?
Mr. Mooney, please, Carmichael. Steady, Lucy, steady. Face your fear and it'll disappear. Hi, Mr. Mooney. I brought the statements, Mr. Mooney, and I worked very hard to get them all finished. Oh, Mr. Mooney, before you read the statement, there's something I'd like to say, I'd appreciate it if you wouldn't say anything until I'm finished. Mr. Mooney, I just want to say that I've worked for you for quite a while, and you're a wonderful person. And even though I'm only an employee, I really feel that I'm just as much of a human being as you are, you know? Mr. Mooney, let me finish. I just wanted to say that if I make any more mistakes, I beg of you, don't make fun of me. Don't try to make a monkey out of me all the time. Because if you keep that up, I'm afraid I'll just have to look for another job. You understand, Mr. Mooney?
Understand what?
Oh, Mr. Mooney. Boy, am I glad to see you again.
Carmichael, is there something the matter with you?
Not anymore. Now you can read the statement.
Oh, thank you. I have to go upstairs and get my glasses.
Oh, I'll get them for you. Where are they?
Well, they're in the den upstairs, but I don't see any reason
No,
to
now
go.
you sit down and relax. I'll be good to you if you be good to me. Don't you worry about a thing.
No. Say, that banana looks good. Don't worry, I wouldn't take yours for the world. Get my own. I just thought.
There they are. I cleaned them all up for you. Face your fear. Face your fear. I'm facing my fear, but it won't disappear. Stays right here. Mr. Mooney, may I use your phone? Dr. Parker, this is Lucy Carmichael. I'm so glad you're in. Listen, I tried to do what you said about the hallucination, but I'm with Mr. Mooney right now, and they keep switching from a monkey to Mooney and to a monkey again. It's just no use, Doctor. What? Yes? And bring Mr. Mooney with me?
Mrs. Carmichael? Who are you talking to?
Oh, I'm Dr. Parker, a psychiatrist, and I think you should go down and see him right away.
I beg your pardon.
I mean, he's very wealthy, and he's thinking of opening an account at your bank.
Oh, good. Well, tell him to come down to the bank first thing Monday morning. I'll take care of him first.
Oh, but he's so busy, Miss Mooney, he can't ever get away from his office. Oh, yeah, he's got so many patients, he's up to 3 couches already. So please, let's go and see him right now before another bank gets his account, huh?
It's a good idea. All right. Well, I better go and put a jacket on. I want to make an impression on a new depositor, you know.
Good.
Yeah.
Wear that new one you had on the
Yes,
other
well, I have
day.
the whole suit. I'll be right down. Yeah.
Dr. Parker, I talked Mr. Mooney into coming to your office with me. Yeah, we'll be right down. Yeah, thank you, Doctor. Bye-bye. My, that was quick. That is a nice jacket. I'm sure that you'll make a good impression on the doctor. Well, come on, we'll go, Mr. Mooney. Come on, Mr. Mooney. We'll go down to the doctor's office just downtown. Come on, Mr. Mooney. Come on. Come on. Stand up straight. Come on.
Hey, Max, here's your dessert.
Max, come on, stop. What? Max! Max, get out of that car! Max, come back here! Mooney! Yeah, here. Oh, Bob, where's Mrs. Carmichael?
Is she a red-headed dame?
Yes, that's my secretary.
Well, I've got news for you. Your secretary just ran off with my partner.
Good heavens!
I wonder what she sees in him.
I wonder what he sees in her.
Dr. Parker?
Well, Mrs. Carmichael. Nice to see you.
Thank you.
Where's Mr. Mooney?
Oh, he's waiting in the reception room. He's reading the Wall Street Journal. He enjoys that. And I wanted to see you first and remind you not to say anything to him about my thinking that he looks like a monkey. You know, nothing about my hallucination.
I understand, Mrs. Carmichael. I won't say a word.
Thank you, Doctor. Come in, Mr. Mooney. Doctor, I'd like to meet Mr. Mooney, the vice president of our bank.
Mrs. Carmichael, is this what looks like a monkey to you?
Dr. Parker, for heaven's sake. He can hear you, you know.
But Mrs. Carmichael.
He promised you wouldn't say anything in front of him. That's terribly unprofessional. What about your hypocritical oath?
But Mrs. Carmichael, this is not a hallucination. This is a monkey.
Oh, come on, Dr. Parker. Don't try to humor me.
I'm not humoring you. This is a monkey, not a man. You understand, Mrs. Carmichael? A monkey, not a man.
Oh, yes, I understand, Doctor. Yes, I understand.
You have no hallucinations.
No, I don't have any hallucinations.
You're all right. Understand?
I know, yes, of course I understand, of course.
You can go home now and take
Doctor.
your monkey with you.
Yes, I'm on my way, Doctor, and thank you very much, Doctor. Just get out of here before he gets violent. Mooney. Bye, Mr. Mooney.
Mrs. Carmichael, you have done some ridiculous things in your day. But would you explain why you took Mr. Bailey's monkey to a psychiatrist? Yeah, lady, I'd like to wait till we're both stars, then we can go together.
You mean this is really a monkey and you're really Mr. Mooney?
But do I look like Rebecca of Sunnybrook Farm?
You made me the happiest girl in the world.
Well, bully for me, bully for me.
You see, Mr. Mooney, I came down here because I thought I was having a nervous breakdown and because I was working so hard at the bank, you know, and trying to sell your tickets for the benefit. And, oh, that reminds me, Mr. Mooney, I haven't sold any tickets this afternoon. Doctor, would you like some tickets for our bank benefit? It's for a very worthy cause.
No, I haven't got time.
Oh, he hasn't got time. Oh, you want some tickets? Oh, wonderful. Oh, you want some more? Oh, thank you. Oh, you got a lot of plans? Oh, maybe you'll take Tarzan and Jane.
Those in favor, raise your hands.
Well, have you decided what you're going to do?
Yes, we have, Mr. Bedlow. We put it to a vote.
Again with that vote?
That's the Democratic way, ain't it?
Well, what'd you vote?
Everybody voted to spend the night here and settle the problem of the train tomorrow.
Can't you get it through your heads that that train hasn't got any tomorrow? It's through. Finished. Now I'm going to Pixley.
How? You fired Floyd and Charlie.
Listen, if your little daughter can run that train, I can run it. What's the matter? Why won't you run?
Maybe you haven't got enough pressure. Try to whistle. Miss Bedlow, you've been working now for 3 hours. Why don't you come on up, take a nice hot bath, and go to bed?
No, this is my train, and I say it'll run. Oh! My hand's full of splinters from that stupid wood, and I smashed my finger on that stupid firebox door. Now I busted my stupid foot. You know what I think?
What?
I think I ought to go back to the hotel, have a hot bath, and go to bed.
And we'll settle the problem of the train tomorrow.
That's a good idea. Tomorrow.
Help him down, boys.
Oh, how do you two fellas run this crazy thing? I've been railroading for 32 years, but I couldn't get a pound fresher.
Don't you worry, old girl. We've been through a lot together, and we'll get through this, too.